Okay, hi guys. I'm just gonna start because we need time.
Yeah, oh sorry, yeah, absolutely.
No.
Hi.
So this is Sorcha, right?
Sorcha, yeah.
She doesn't like Sorcha. Sorcha, Herlihy. And we work together in the storehouse as another storehouse girl. So I'm just rattling through.
See the way you're looking at the camera there. Do I have to look at any camera?
Whatever you want. You don't have to. And like, just say hi, but I wouldn't stare at them.
Because I'm looking at you looking there, I'm like, sorry, go on.
Yeah, actually, during this, it's probably weird. You don't know what to do, right? Just sit there and just be like, wow, I'm so happy here.
Sorry, come on.
And we worked together for like 3 years probably,
3 years,
was it?
yeah.
Was it that long?
I was thinking about this before I came here because I was like, how long was that stint?
I don't know.
Because it all kind of
It was like a casino, wasn't it? You just go in and your life, like outside of it, kind of
just dark
disappears.
and everything, yeah. And it was intense.
So when I came back from Vegas, you were there though.
I remember, yeah, because but everyone knew you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Neve's coming back.
I think they hyped me up because when I came back, it was like a reception. I felt like the queen. And then like Jean.
They did.
Yeah.
It was like, you're going to love her.
Yeah.
She's like in the arts as well.
But they always do that. When you leave, you're way more popular than when you stay.
And then everyone was like, oh my God, it's Neve. And then you came back and you were just like, boom.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I did love working there. So I was very happy to be back. I did come back very happy. But I remember coming back and being like, this is all very unnecessary. And it's like, there's obviously a lot of drama behind the scenes.
Was I in the
if I'm this important, there's danger.
Was I in the hatch just like, hello?
Hi. No, you're so sweet. But I remember being like, I could smell danger because I was like, nobody actually likes me this much. So somebody wants me to be on.
Oh, something's happened.
There's an undercurrent of danger here that like people want me to like. I'm not this important, so I must be a number in the game.
So funny.
And Sorcha is an actor as well, / interior designer, / twerk extraordinaire.
Very. That should be the number one thing.
And have you been acting lately? Have you been doing plays lately?
Do you know what actually? Because I really want you to.
Because we didn't talk about work.
Oh my God, we didn't. No. Myself and my friend, another actor, pal of mine, a couple of years ago. I don't know if you came to this play, but the
only one I saw you in was the Macdonagh.
The Lonesome West, where I was girling.
Yeah, and you made me cry.
Did I?
Yeah, your speech. And now I was so high and so drunk. Yeah, it was so inappropriate.
At the Lonesome West?
Yeah, and I think I was dressed like a hooker. I think I dressed like a hooker that night. It was just a random night where I just
dressed
like a hooker.
Where were you? Because I couldn't see.
I could see your family in the front. I was probably 4 rows back, over to the left a little bit. No, you didn't. I knew you didn't know I was there.
Yeah.
And I was gonna stay and say hi, but then because I saw all your family, I was like, I didn't want to.
You were so good.
Yeah, I just didn't want to like be like, and hi. And hello, you know, and then be like, hi, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Like, you know, I was so high and so drunk. So I was like, it's probably best for everyone if I leave.
I remember that because you texted me after. I loved that play.
Yeah, it was so good. And Gerline, right?
Gerline. But did you, like, I was a 17-year-old.
You weren't. Sorry. Sorry. You weren't.
I was like, guys, I'm playing a 17-year-old.
I'm playing 17 in my next
play. I put the school jumper on. I was like, no, this feels really wrong.
Yeah, it did, because you're so sexy as well. I feel like you are such a woman as well now. You know what I mean? Like you've definitely gone past 17.
Well, I didn't. They had an elastic tie, and I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah. You know, but no, it didn't read weird. I think it's just like part of the parcel, isn't it? It's not like it's on screen in your dress. No, I feel like when you're in a play,
theater is different.
Yeah. People just forgive. It's like, I would rather have someone older who's better than have someone younger who's appropriate in a theater thing.
And there was that was a deep thing to be talking about, like me and the
It was gorgeous. What was your monologue about again?
It was about like she likes to sit at a grave and like talk to the dead. Like she has a good relationship.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. No.
Gone.
But I remember how I felt saying it because I remember thinking like, you know, like, I don't know.
Because you were kind of brain dead apart from that moment.
Yeah.
Like, she was just flighty, like, you know, there wasn't much depth to her. And then in that moment, I was like,
think she's kind of like that character that throws away. But really, like, she really loved him.
And also she loved him. The fact that he introduced her to faith, right? Yeah. It was about faith, and she was like, and it gives me something to believe in or something, wasn't it? It was like
that was like her hot priest.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
I know, I wonder if Phoebe, because that came that was pre-Fleabag, wasn't it?
And she just, but I think it was, when I read that, I loved the innocence that she had in terms of death. Like, she was just really like appreciative of being, you know,
well, she was kind of the best character. She was the nicest character.
Yeah, they're all grump heads.
Grumpy folks. I was just like, here we go with the grump. I gotta think about more.
The ultimate grumpy. And then like the sad priest, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then you were fun.
I know, sorry, that's bad because he was
You were
going
the
through
relief
it.
character.
But yeah, like
that's what I feel like you were. And then it was quite good because then McDonagh obviously just switched for you to be the one that actually delivers the punch.
Yeah.
So it was actually...
What do you think about that in writing? Like, I thought that was so smart when I read
That's
it.
what, no, I didn't even really know who McDonagh was before I watched that play.
What about the Banshees?
As in, obviously you know the work and you just, like, you have to go like 7 layers deep before you actually see who the work is from.
Fair.
So I knew In Bruges, obviously. It was one of my parents' favourite films. And so I knew that and knew it was clever and knew it was hilarious. Didn't love Banshees. Left.
Did you not?
No, left when they were throwing these things at a donkey. Left when they were killing the dog. Did they kill a dog or kill a sheep or something?
The donkey.
Yeah, I
The donkey, I was very upset.
I was very upset, so I left.
Sorry, not.
You are laughing.
I remember being upset as well, but I can picture you being like, no,
especially because I go cinema on my own, and so then when I'm feeling very troubled on my own in the cinema, and my popcorn is finished,
it's not. I wouldn't have gone to that on my own.
I go to everything on my own.
Every film. Every film.
Every single one that exists. I'll choose going on my own quite often because again, it's like a last minute decision sometimes. It's like 5 o'clock and I'm like, oh fuck it, I'll go cinema.
It's underneath me. Cinema on your
it's
own.
Underneath me. Right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh my God, well then.
2 minutes away. Yeah.
Like I do love a cinema trip on my own, but there's ones that although I went to Past Lives on my own.
Oh, see, Past Lives, I would fucking kill to see that again. I think I still went to that on my own as well.
Yeah. And I was like,
gorgeous.
Oh my God. But yeah, I get it. Like he's very dark. Like he's an
amazing writer, but he's not my taste. And so I can always respect it and love it and admire it, but I won't watch it again.
No, you'd never put it on again. Like probably the movies we would watch again and again.
Nancy Myers, Richard Curtis. Again and again. And like I just wait until I've literally reached that exact point where I can watch it again and I'll watch it again. US Office, I'll watch and again and again and again.
But no, I don't want to see that again.
Oh my God, if he heard us, he'd be so annoyed.
Unless you're making a movie.
Yeah.
You're
my favorite director.
I'm totally available.
How did you feel about him doing the directors on directors with Taylor Swift?
I know. I was like,
what do
you think of Taylor Swift?
I think she's an icon, and I think she's a superstar.
So
yeah, I love her. Like I listen.
Such a bad time.
She's too pure for my taste. I'm a slutty bitch, so I'm more Beyonce.
She has a song called Slut.
Yeah, but she's a little bit preppier, I think, than I am. You know what I mean? I don't relate directly to her, but love her music. Like Blank Space hits. Yeah. I still will I love her music.
Did you go to the Eras tour?
No. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I would feel like a bit of an impostor at an Eras tour, especially because the tickets are so sought after.
That was a
I saw your social media. I was very excited for you. I was excited for you.
I was like, I went to Dublin and
Amsterdam.
Not Amsterdam.
Oh, you ended up going to Dublin in the end with a friend, right? Yeah. No, I love her. Like, love her. But I don't love when they take somebody as incredible as Martin McDonagh and have him talk about directing with somebody who's directed a small music video.
That pub was so cute or whatever. And he's like, it's not real.
And it's, again, it's kind of, it's just, and I said it to my brother and my brother was like, yeah, but they're looking for views. Like it's a business. Variety is a business. But I love their directors and actors on actors.
Yeah.
I love them. And and I hate when I feel like they're matchmakers and I'm like, that's not a match. McDonagh and Taylor Swift are not a match. I think they literally
were like, who is the absolute most opposite people and let's put them together. And
but you could feel it. It didn't. Like, it wasn't super interesting.
Everyone's pretending to like each other and stuff.
He was meeting his younger nephew's girlfriend at a wedding and was sat beside her and had to talk to her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he's like, oh, and you know? And it's like, you want someone who's like
he doesn't listen to her. Like he doesn't.
Why would he? And why would she him? In the sense that they're so even if she talked to Richard Curtis, it's like their songs are similar. Like Ed Sheeran and Richard Curtis could talk because I feel like they have the same tone at least. Yeah. But I feel like with Taylor Swift and McDonagh, it's like
it was. I mean,
it was just a bit odd of a match. So I was a bit infuriated because I would have loved to see him talk to somebody like
there could have been more
Latham, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Or like Christopher Nolan, or do you know what I mean? Have him talk to another director so both of them can be eager to or learn from each other. You want that eagerness in the conversations.
I'm like, I still stand with Taylor.
Obviously, put Taylor.
I'm like a Taylor robot, but she's still amazing.
Yeah,
no, but
it's no shade to either of them. It's just a mismatch.
It was just a wrong decision.
Yeah, and it wasn't any shade, and it wasn't. And that's the thing. I feel like it gave people an opportunity to talk badly about her when there was none of that. It's like, no, it's just a missing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to bash her. She's a genius.
Yeah.
She's a fucking genius. Like, there's no doubt about it. Her songwriting is insane.
Yeah.
And like, I literally was listening to Taylor Swift when she had Love Story and all them. Like, that's what I mean. She's not like, she didn't, like, she started strong.
How did that happen? That whole, like, something happened with the ear, because people didn't, like, I've been to loads of her gigs and people didn't like her. For ages, they were like mean about her, and then whatever the ears thing were, I don't know what it was, but
was it pre and post eras? Do you feel like that like pushed her into the zeitgeist of just like
there was two different things? I was like, I didn't know you liked Taylor, but I have to say the whole like friendship bracelet and people dancing, I was like, this is so cool and like needed.
And for young girls, it's beautiful.
Like let them, and they're all like in circles dancing together.
So sweet. And that's what I'm saying. She's kind of like a Disney like vibe in the sense that like you could let a 7-year-old girl follow her and not feel the compromise.
You wouldn't be like, what's gonna happen? Like Hilary Duff.
She's not trying to be sexy, which I do respect.
She's not.
She's not. Like,
she's not.
Yeah, which I can't relate to. Because I'm out here trying to sex it up.
This is where Miley comes in, and it's like Miley,
that's what I mean.
Miley
as in like or Adele, like, you know, I feel like Taylor, she appeals to 7-year-old girls, and I can feel that, and so then I'm like, okay, but you've gotten it out, like, let's be real, you know, and there's none of that, like, you can't feel that grittiness against her.
Which you get with Miley.
She's very, like, that's what I mean. There's, and again, I think she's a genius, and I'm so glad for younger girls that they have someone like Taylor Swift, obviously. Yeah. So it's no shade, it's just, I listen to Adele a lot now, and I'm like, you've been through stuff. Yeah, I sing Easy on Me to Ava. I sing Easy on Me to Ava every morning.
Girl, oh yeah, I was just
and then I'm like, and then this part Ava was just blackface. She's like, yeah. Like, she's just so used to me. But I give her the choice every day. I don't impose. Every day I say, Ava, do you want me to sing or do you want me to not sing? And she says, I want you to sing.
Oh my God.
So I always give her the choice because I do feel like it's important to give her the space for me to not sing. So
cute. I'm just picturing you singing Adele, Go Easy on Me. I'm like, oh my God.
It's one of my favorite morning songs. So like that, I like to listen to, but I'm not a diehard fan of any, like, you're a music family.
I know.
You were born and raised with taste. Like, my dad and parents lived to listen to Bruce Springsteen.
I went to Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. Jamie loves Bruce Springsteen. But like, we were definitely that. Like, music was like
variety. Like, you like all music. Like, you're a music person.
I love it. Well, we were, you couldn't not be with Dad, because Dad is like, we had like Bowie nursery. You know, Bowie used to make nursery rhymes.
Just a little sidebar. Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
I was only saying to Adam the other day, I was watching Southern Charm. And the guy on it doesn't say my dad, he says dad. He doesn't say my dad. And you just did that where you were like, dad. And I was like, I always feel like that's a sign of like a parent and a child because it's the only dad that exists.
Oh my God, did I say that?
Yeah,
I didn't even
and
notice.
You said, and with dad. And I'm like, oh, it's not my dad, it's just dad because like, he's the dad.
Oh my
I know.
God.
And then I was like, oh, that's really sweet because it just shows your relationship is so, like, you're like, it's off the cuff, it's just dad.
It is just dad. I never even thought about that.
I know, I said it to Adam and Adam was like, you do that. And I was like, oh. Then I'm talking about myself.
Also,
Sweet.
Southern Charm. Should I start it? I started Southern Hospitality and I love it.
Oh, what?
But I
haven't met any Southern belles yet.
I literally went to.
Oh my God, we're going to talk reality.
I know.
I'm going to have one reality talk.
I keep like skipping, but I'm sorry. But I went to watch Southern Charm, but it was like from like 2000 and like.
It's hard because you want to start at the start.
I was like.
So
I want to skip 5.
I skipped, and I'm so glad I did because I actually got such a taste of them. So I think I went straight to 11, and Adam.
There's that many of.
And Adam likes it.
Is it Charleston?
Yeah, it's Charleston, and it's boys. I like boys and girls.
Yeah,
I like boy humor. I like a few idiots. Like, I need some boy idiotic humor.
Oh my God, I want to
like blend out the girls because then the girls' drama becomes like there's far more drama in. Like, just 8 women from Beverly Hills can't produce that much drama organically.
Did you see the new episodes?
Wait, Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it last night.
Oh my God.
Kyle's coming down.
Kyle is coming down.
Are you?
Who would have thought? I'm here for Dorit with the cigarette and everything.
Yeah. I'm going to have one in a minute. LVP is laughing.
Delighted. Because I was so shocked with with Mo. Like, I loved them. Were you?
No, I'm like, he's been shagging.
He pulled the wool over my eyes.
I know, he pulled the wool over so many people's eyes. And almost to a point where people were insulted when I was like, I feel like he's cheating. And they were like, no.
Yeah, I would have been like that.
Yeah.
I was like, he's great dad.
Yeah, he is a great dad.
like,
No
very
doubt,
involved.
no doubt
He's
about it.
great.
No shade. I don't think he's a great husband. No, I don't know anything for sure, but I definitely feel like, remember he was like getting high in some of the earlier seasons, and she was
Yeah.
like, oh, and then there was rumors about
I
him.
thought that was just California.
But no, I had no problem with him getting high, but it was just, I suppose, his he always felt a bit too relaxed. I'm like, you don't have this isn't real. Like, you're not as emotionally invested in this if you're just that removed and chill all the time. Like, you're definitely getting your fucking dick sucked off somebody else.
I didn't think that I am a silly woman.
I know, but you know,
I am a silly woman.
Yeah.
I was like,
He's
just like loving
got
his
me.
California like weed and
yeah, and I respect and love, and I do think I'd hang out with him, but I do think he was cheating on her. Like, I think he rationalized. Like, I think he was like, if you go to the strip club, it's not cheating. If you go to the strip club and you get a lap dance and you kiss the stripper, it's not cheating. You know, one of these men who finds the
she was probably
like, if you fuck
she probably
a hooker,
hid so much from him like to protect him.
I think to protect her kids. I don't think she wants the girls
Or herself, because she was like Kyle,
the image.
the favorite.
I think it was both. I think she told herself it was for the girls, and I think really she didn't want to admit that she didn't have the marriage.
She just curveballed with
But he's so hot, though.
He's so hot.
He's so hot.
I actually feel
like I wouldn't. Would I?
I feel like. I mean, like he's fat, but there was so like, especially the early ones. I was like,
but he's kind of annoying. Like, he's a bit spaced out or something.
I thought him and Dorit, like when
she kissed her shoulder. I know. Like, I remember watching that when I watched the actual, which that might have just been.
It was so awkward. I was like, Dorit.
But she does do random weird things of like over touch. She is very touchy-feely, so I wouldn't.
And she was in the thick of it.
She was always, no. She was always like,
I know.
No. You know, I'm like, fuck off. But I do love Dorit now. But did you watch the spin-off he did, his reality one?
Yeah, the real estate one. I
loved it. The first season with Farah and engagement.
Yeah. What did you think of Farah? I feel bad.
Oh, fuck off, you hated her.
No, I didn't hate her. But she was a little bit like, I don't know, like she was kind of standoffishy and she was, yeah. And I can't, like, when people are like that.
Like a real standoffish, work for my love, earn my love.
Yeah. I just want to work. And
don't expect me to purr if I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm not here to be deep, really.
But also, like, show a bit of, like,
emotional range.
It's like there was no.
She was just always
she was just like I've worked all the,
and then all of a sudden she'd be crying, and I'm like, oh, she's sad. But that's a lot of.
And the engagement, what was that? That was horrendous with the
liked
fella.
It. I cried.
Are you joking?
I cried like a baby.
That was so set up. Are you joking?
I cried like a baby. Yeah.
When your man was forced. He was like forced to.
I cried like a baby. Yeah, that's what my brother said, which I love a bit of intel. Forced. He was with a girl at the time and he watched it, and he was like, he's not even into her.
No, I totally agree.
He was like, not even into her. He's probably, and I was like, oh.
No, I didn't.
So I was like that with Mauricio. So you were Mauricio Cullen, I was Farah, and what the fuck is his name? Alex. And he was a ride bag.
Yeah.
And he talked like a little bit like this, which I was into.
Like the little.
He's like, I know. Like, you know, and I was like, oh, a little bit of a fucking lispy. A little bit of a lispy boy.
I don't know.
You thought it was all for the show. Yeah. From his side.
And I just thought it was I got a bit of an ick, all the like daughters like working for the company, and then they're all like really want to try, and then it was just felt real like, I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watched it all. Like, I'll watch
it again. I'll watch season 2. I'll watch season 3.
I'm upset that it's not coming back.
Yeah, it's not coming back.
No, it's not coming back.
Buy in Beverly Hills, this was called.
I think I've seen that as well.
Do you know why I think...
Sippy! I love reality TV.
Do you know the guy... I'd love to do a reality TV reaction video.
Oh my God. Especially, are you watching Salt Lake City?
No.
Oh.
That was another one that I tried to go from the start and I just couldn't...
No, I didn't go from the start. I went from like 2 seasons ago.
Okay, so that's... That pops off. I know, I've heard.
Because sidebar, did you watch
I'm keeping track.
I know, the Mormons. The Life of Mormons.
Yes.
You know the Mormons.
I knew. As soon as you said the Mormons, I knew.
Do you know the Mormon people?
Only one person was a Mormon, which I loved, and they milked that shit like a fucker.
But basically, Salt Lake City they're all Mormons as well. but like the same as the other show.
No, and I got that because I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes. But again, you know, when it's like anything, it takes them a while to warm up and just chill out and be in front of the cameras. And then I think when they start a reality TV show, there's no real drama. But then I think a lot of drama comes from working together. We know.
Yeah.
So so I think once you hit like season 3 or 4, everyone starts to be like, she's more like jealousy and everything starts to come up. So I think that's probably where I made the mistake. So I think I'm going to do the same. Go 2 seasons, go.
What was it?
I want to watch the season where the big finale.
It was when she's like,
Karima was like, Neve. I was like, no.
It's so good.
I know.
What was the one where Meredith was like, receipts? I think it was 2 seasons ago, but...
Hang on, I'm just going to pull this out and you just keep an eye in case it's... No, I just want to be able to see the battery.
The mic is falling.
No, just the battery. But I think we're chilling. Oh my God, look at that full bars, baby. We've got our shit together.
Does that mean... Oh, it's full battery.
Yeah, because it ends up dying sometimes because we're just talking so much shit.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm doing that now.
No. But the Buying Beverly Hills, the reason I feel like Mo was cheating, do you remember the guy that he was like Rico Suave with and they would come?
Ben Black?
No, Ben Bolak. Ben Bolak. Get it right. Ben Bolak, which is that the Jewish funny guy where he's like, it's the salesman of the year. I loved him. That's why I like all the reality ones because they've got the boys and girls. I like having a boy.
I love
because I feel like it just brings, and I don't like girls on their own. I don't like boys on their own.
Like Selling Sunset, all the girls just absolutely killing each other.
And also, and the boys just being these little fucking chihuahuas that are like, do you like my new Gucci jumper? Like, fuck off. Weird. I want like actual men who are out busting and grinding, and I loved him.
Yeah,
and I loved
proper. I loved him as well.
Alexia, the guy that Alexia was into, I loved him season 1 as well.
I loved him.
That's what I mean. I like
they
that.
Didn't end up, she's engaged.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. He was not in. He was doing it for the show.
But he was
weird in season 2 too. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He like grew a beard and
I know.
was acting odd. Did you notice that too?
I did, but I was like, oh, maybe he's just having.
He wore like tinted sunglasses across the street, did he?
There's so many things with the reality shows where I'm just like, what?
I love it.
Where you like,
I'm like,
what?
all of a sudden you're cracked. Like, why are you cracked? Like, just be yourself again.
Yeah. Do you ever think when you're watching them, especially if there's like mad stuff going on, I'm always like, you just need to go to Connemara.
Yeah.
Like that, like for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And get a
tap out.
Just go there.
Just tap out, yeah.
To like the one shop where people will not care.
Yeah. That's why I think I like.
And just read. Yeah.
Just regroup. Just
because you're caring about like the weirdest
all
thing.
caught up in it. So weird. But I do think that's why I like the workplace stuff the most.
Yeah.
Because I think
like Vanderpump,
but Vanderpump wasn't really. They didn't care about work that much in the end. It started to become
the
a social
start was
thing.
Really realistic.
Yeah, it was. Like actually working in the restaurant.
And they weren't like 21, like they were like 32, like they were like relatable.
And Tom Sandoval was just shaving his face at the very start.
Sick. How did he not get out?
If he got up on me, I would, honest to God, I'd get sick on myself.
He actually makes me, and he's on the new Traders as well, the American
Everyone's been
one.
really mean to him though now.
Yeah, but did you see
when he did the run?
When he took off,
I saw
he took off his mask when they had just announced, and he was like looking at everyone, and some guys like, I don't know why Sandoval is like mad dogging me right now.
I love the cutaways.
I know. So I was like, Tom, why are you doing this? You're not helping yourself.
He's gone. All. No, Tom is gone.
Yeah.
Tom, I think anyone in LA is doing well to stay level-headed. I like Bose, the new reality housewife, the new Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she's deadly. She's so cool.
I love Erica.
I feel like a terrible time.
Erica has never...
You never had
remind me of Erica a little bit. In the, like...
With my old husband.
I know.
With my old husband.
No.
And his magic.
No, like
I know what you mean.
Her like relaxed nature of like, you know, I feel like she takes her work and herself serious and she's not getting as emotionally invested in a lot of the stuff or something. You know, she's very
more
classy.
realistic. She's just like, this is so ridiculous.
Come and go. She doesn't get too deep in it, but she'll stand her ground. I feel like I always liked her and only realizing now that I always liked her. And I'm like, oh shit, I actually would ride or die for Erica a little bit.
She's the best.
And the fact that she kept her dance crew, like she kept Mikey, right? Mikey is her choreographer, the whole time. Yeah. And I think she married him for money, obviously Girardi. I don't think she was shagging him at all.
I know.
Which I respect.
I know. Because I was like,
even when she talked to him, it was like a granddad. She'd be like, okay, sweetie.
He was so mean.
I love you so much.
Remember she was like, stop it, Erica.
Yeah. And she'd be like, I love you so much.
Yeah.
I love you so much. I'm like, you don't even know each other.
I know. They're weird little chapel in their house.
So now I'm living for her
weird.
because I feel like she has no secrets anymore.
No, and they were so, that season when all that stuff happened to her, like she's so good to Dorit and everybody now.
She's so good.
And they were not like that. Remember they went like Sutton's just.
Did you see last night's episode? They clipped her being like, and I didn't get a fucking pizza party.
They brought her to like Chuck E. Cheese. You'd be raging.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like,
I think that was a bit of a move.
Yeah. Like, why didn't you bring me on a plane?
I feel like Sutton is kind of evil.
Chuck E. She is.
Do you think so?
100%.
I feel like Sutton is like, this would grind, like, let's bring her to Chuck E. Cheese.
Sutton is like...
That's kind of cheap.
Yeah. I think she's like the person...
Why would you not host a classy, like, or even bring her to a strip, bring her to a strip club?
You're like, she's minted.
Yeah.
But you know those people that, like...
She must have got a sponsorship off Chuck E. Cheese, do you think?
Something must have happened because I think she's a real, like those gaslighting people that kind of make you think there's something wrong.
Yeah. Well, I never meant for you to feel like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you said that, though.
You're unhappy. You're in a bad place. It's like, Sutton, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been ever okay?
Yeah, like, why are you making
I
her
like
feel
Sutton.
like that?
I do think Sutton's funny, though. So, like, I have
She's
time
amazing TV.
Yeah, she is funny.
With
She's
her,
quick,
with her cranberry juice and all.
Yeah.
What's
It's not cranberry juice. What's
Ocean
grapefruit
spray.
juice,
Grapefruit, yeah. Like, I love all those little crisps.
I love Sutton.
Like,
I love Sutton objectively, but I would be friends with Erica.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? And I always said I love Dorit, but I didn't like Dorit with Kyle as much.
No.
And now I like Dorit and Erica and Bose. I'm like, this is actually a group of girls that I feel like if you're sound.
Who else is in it? Garcelle. She's always like straight shooter.
Yeah, but she's a little bit judgmental, maybe.
Yeah, I think she's actually had a really hard life, and she just has like
low tolerance.
She's like, no, I don't hear it.
No, oh shit, the window's open.
Would that have?
No. Honestly,
Sorcha, do you need to check sound?
No. Your expectation of me is far too high. We do absolutely nothing but have fun now. All the hard work is done. Honest to God,
I'm still recording, and I'm like looking at myself.
The hard work is. I'm leaving that in, sister.
Are you actually?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh Jesus! I just picked my nose.
The hard work was thinking about the drive into town. Actually, scared me a little bit more
because we talk too much.
No, into.
Oh.
Yeah, no, on the way home, I feel like I was like an F1 driver.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about our
Even though I nearly killed us like 8 times. But
can I turn here? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, you can. As someone who doesn't drive.
Yeah, that little bit.
You can
going
do
over
anything you put your mind to. It's like,
yeah, I'm just like banging on people, letting me into their lanes all the time. I'm like, I'm just going to indicate for a while. But no, the way home was actually so chill. But the way into town, I was like, what time do I need to leave to get there? And like, I wasn't familiar. You know the way I've never driven through and out of town. Like,
and especially through rat mines.
Yeah.
That is so impressive.
I know. I actually am so proud. And I wasn't that sweaty. And coming home, like, if I have someone in the car, I know I can do anything now.
No.
Honestly, because on the way home, I was like, oh, we're chilling.
No, you're like...
Yeah. You're going to be like that when you drive, though. You'll be the same. But you'll be like, I might crash, but it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of my life.
I might crash, but everything will be fine. I'll turn it into art.
There's nothing
into something positive.
Yeah, it's a story.
And write a movie about it.
It's a story, exactly.
The girl that tried.
Yeah. But it is like that as well. I feel like you're like, you want to be the confident one, like on the roads as well. I don't think, like, that's what my dad said, do or don't. Like, don't be pissing about. Like,
it's actually really good. Do or don't.
Yeah. Like, just don't be like, oh shit, like, you know, just get in the lane.
And you know, and not like remembering to breathe as well. It's kind of like when you do a self-tape and after you do the self-tape, you go, because you haven't taken a breath, which is bad.
So weird. When I was driving in.
Did you do that?
Weird. When I was driving in today, I was feeling a bit anxious because of all the things that were coming up, you know, like just driving.
Yeah.
I was like, where am I going and what am I doing? So I was listening to podcast Jesse Armstrong to relax, not even friends. And then I said to myself, it'd be gas if I was telling Circuit, like, all you need to do is breathe. Isn't that so weird? And then I just like remembered to breathe and took a deep breath. And then I was like, it's gas that it is just about breathing a lot of it.
Because after every lesson, I go, and even the instructor's like, and breathe. And I was like, it's like, don't forget to breathe. And it's the same when I do stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel. You're just like, you're going full.
Carry on. Jesus. I'm like, I can't do it.
It didn't say to breathe in the manual.
I can't do both.
But honestly,
what do you want from me? He's like,
because you do sometimes when you're like, you're going full.
Carry on. Jesus. I'm like, I can't do it.
It didn't say to breathe in the manual.
I can't do both.
But honest
What do
to
you want
God,
from me? He's like,
because you do
drive.
sometimes when you're driving, you're like that, and then you're like, oh.
I could feel it straight away. And like when I was like that, and every time I do an audition or a self-tape, it's the same. You have to like, you can.
Why do you still get so nervy doing an audition? Even though you can record it again, you're still nervy doing
I actually think it's worse
Do you?
with the self-tapes.
When you self-tape,
I love the opportunity.
what if it's
and
a piece of
deadly.
shit writing?
I don't care. I'll do it. Nothing. It's too shit for me, people.
Oh, this would be perfect for a clip.
Nothing. I'm right.
Yeah. If you think I'm too good for it, I'm not.
I have a film. I can nearly drive.
I've seen people drive.
Which is enough.
I watched someone drive yesterday. I'll do it.
But some of this, like, you want to see the self-tapes for, like, ads, what you have to do.
What do you have to do?
So you'd have to have, like, well, like, you can do your phone or whatever. But, like, it could be literally, like, like one thing. Like, you'd be like, okay, you're at a match and someone hands you a bar, because it's for a bar of chocolate. Yeah. And you have to be excited but nervous. And say, and that's the self-tape.
So it's just like 10 seconds?
So it's like pretending, like say you're handing the chocolate.
I'm gonna hand you Now what would you do? Get into character. Get into character.
Literally.
Why would you excited but nervous about a chocolate bar though? Oh, like a beer maybe. No.
Like that's just me. But that's how random. It's so random.
Okay, let's think of an actual
like,
one.
One that I did. Like
you're in the sun. You really want something, and I hand you a beer. You have to act like it's the best thing that ever happened.
Like say I'd be like, so say it's all set up.
Oh,
like
Aperol, this is a look how pretty these are. I made these and they're stunning.
So say you're doing it and it's like you have to pretend or get someone there and hand it to you and you're like, But it could be like a tagline like you see how difficult it is?
Well, I'm seeing the scenario. It's a little bit different, to be fair to you.
Like,
no, but to be fair to you, this is
the best thing I've ever had. Like, it could be seriously, you've no idea.
The best thing I've ever had. Oh my God, I'm in. I'd buy it.
But that's real American, so you'd never get that. It would be like,
I feel like ads are probably the weirdest.
Dad, will you give it a rest? Like, it could be something like that. And then you'll watch it back and then you'll go.
Because Irish ads are actually getting better.
They're so good.
The ads are getting better, thank God.
They're actually funny, which is so hard to do.
What's the part that you had to read for recently?
I did. Well, do you know what I...
But...
I'll talk about that, and then the one that I got that I'm proud of.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Which it's already out, the 5 Lambs ad. So I actually did that.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw the full thing or if I just saw your snippet of it.
Yeah, like it's literally like it was a boom boom, but it was really.
Did you fall onto a bed or something?
I was on a bed at one point with the records.
Oh yeah, you're like, where are we going tonight or something like that. Did you say what was your line? I forgot. But it was, and then it was like, it was you, and then it like went in, and then it was you at the end again.
It was the party in the garden, and it was like your man saying, "Get out of that garden."
5 Lambs, and that's like full circle. Robbie was like the 5 Lambs fucking.
Yeah, remember he was like, "Push 5 Lambs."
Yeah, I was like, "Ryan, who wants hot post?"
It's like, go have a Guinness. Or do you want 5 Lambs red ale? No. But do you want... Like, remember,
that's why he loved Clarissa as well. Sorry, Claire, but he did. Yeah. Because Clarissa was selling that 5 Lambs.
You were very good at that, Clarissa.
Yeah, I was not. I was like, I'm going to give these people what I think they want.
Like, I mean...
Like, are they like, let's just get this job done? Or are they like...
No, they were so cool because all the ones I've always done is comedy.
They're just doing it for money, I guess, to keep everything else going.
But I had great like bouncing off them, especially Declan Lowry, like, because I had to do it in the bikini.
Was that the Vodafone one?
The Vodafone one, yeah. And he was like so funny and really like I loved working with him, even though it was really quick. So they're a great way to.
Is it what? Did you just shoot that for one day?
It's one day.
Yeah, like how? Like the full day, or just like 5 hours?
Full day, and there's so much like it's like boom, 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 boom.
So like, are you?
It's unbelievable, like to watch.
Are you kept? In a where are you? Like in from like the beginning of the day to the end of the day? Is there like a green room?
You go get hair and makeup. And then if you're kind of like, it depends on what you're needed, and then you can go back to like your whatever the actors.
And they just keep you around just in case they're like, okay, like will they watch it? Do you only need to be, because I'm sure you only, how let me think of the full question.
Yeah.
How long of that day did you actually stand in front of the camera for?
Oh, like not much. You could be in it, like it's like
an hour?
No, I'd say for the Vodafone one, it was like.
How many times did you have to do that?
Oh my God, it's like 29. And do you know what as well? 20, because I remember.
29.
29. I said that to Jamie.
Me and
I was like,
Sorcha,
29.
I feel like no matter what was going on, no matter what reference was coming out of my mouth or song or anything pop culture, me and you were like synced
every
up,
time.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Honest to God, I feel like our
Especially-
taste is so similar.
That's how we got in Storehouse, because I think
That's how we
I think
could
it was
never not
Mean
like
Girl.
each other though, because it would be like, well, who else is going to know exactly
Or it
what
would
we're
be like
talking
doing
about?
a voice out of nowhere, be like, what are you doing? What are you? And it would make
Or I
no
remember
sense.
it was the High School Musical. One night we were staying back and it was a lock-in and we were drinking. And I was like, you know the way Zac Efron dances in High School Musical on the golf course. And you literally did the dance straight away.
I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah. We just that knee.
And like we pretended to look in the river. It's like, who am I?
But literally, as soon as I said it, you were like, I'm there, I'm in it. And also the Lizzie McGuire, I feel like we were quoting Lizzie McGuire before. Now, Lizzie McGuire has become, I wanted to get Sing to Me Paolo tattooed on me.
Oh my God.
And I'm still gonna for the girls, you know, for the girls. But I'm sad that like Kendall and Kylie did that because I wanted to do it when people didn't know.
Niamh, I was so annoyed.
Yeah, I was so annoyed. I don't know why.
Shannon, my little sister sent to me and I was like, this is
criminal. Because they're not like,
no, and it was
Kylie,
like the
yes,
perfect,
but Kendall, no. I
just feel like they didn't deserve it. But I did it when I went to Rome. I did I made Jamie.
Of course he did.
He was like, this is like ancient. Like, this is a really like respected person.
No,
I was like,
it's from the Lizzie McGuire movie. Sorry. The Colosseum is actually just from the Lizzie McGuire movie. It's nothing
and people, you could see people around and I was like, look, this is history
Hey
for
now.
me.
Hey now.
Yeah, literally. And when she does this.
Hey.
To me, Paolo.
Have
like,
you
it's
ever
so good.
seen such a
It was like, I can't.
Because it sounds so computer at the start.
So
Have you ever seen?
It's the
like
dance. It's this for me.
Have
the
you
really
ever
bad,
seen such a beautiful?
Remember they did the really bad whatever CGI of the children, and it was like the little brother and mum and dad. They're like, hey. We're so proud of you. And she's just like this. Oh my God, Hillary.
No. Perfect. Iconic.
Perfect. And Gordo, like, oh my God, love Gordo.
And then comes back to Gordo.
Gordo.
See, this is what
That
I
was
mean.
the OG, like, love
I
story.
feel like I've been caught up in the Pablo.
Yeah.
When we all want the Gordo.
Apart, like,
That's why I want to get Sing to Me Pablo.
Yes.
Paolo.
Why don't
Paolo.
you still get it?
Paolo.
Sing to me, Paolo.
Sing to Me Paolo. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it here in like typewriter font.
I love that.
Yeah,
because like, I know it's like a phase at the moment, but people like when
it's our generation, so I want to get like people of our age forever will know what that is, and that's what I wanted to kind of get a nod to the girls.
Yeah,
to the girls who love.
I feel like everyone would be like.
I know. I was at a festival when I thought of it as well, and then I went up, and this was pre again, whereas because I just like Lizzie McGuire movie was like just a moment in my life for some reason. I don't know why.
I get it.
You were like, exactly.
Like 100%.
This is why we're so connected. Yeah. And so I went up to like 8 girls. I was at a festival and I was like shit faced. And I was like, if I said Sing to Me Paolo, what would you say? And they were like, all 8 of them knew. And I was like, decided, yeah, all 8 of them knew. Now they were all white girls of my age.
Yeah, I was going to say, were they of the generation?
They were that's what I'm saying. But even they were maybe D4 or they were like South Dublin or like Wicklow or Wexford or something. Do you know what I mean? But it was like everyone knew the reference and I was like, okay, then I'm going to get it because it's iconic then. And I like I like to do iconic shit.
Yeah.
So I want to get that. I think that's one of my next. That's my for sure tattoo.
Love that.
But what were we talking about?
I was talking about the self-taping.
Yeah.
So it was like deadly. And even then, I was in Lisbon for the 5 Lamps audition. So I taped.
Wait, you went to Lisbon for it?
No, I just happened to be there when the self-tape came in.
Oh,
and I was like, I was like, I know we're on holiday, but like
Wait, so your agent sent you and said this ad is coming up?
Yeah, self-tape for this or whatever.
And we went, Jamie.
Yeah, but I was
Jamie.
like,
Wait, Jamie. And when you went
Jamie. What, Jamie, do it wait for you? Do you film it for you?
Well, that's Jamie.
What's Jamie going to do for the Jamie? You're filming
Wait.
I could not.
Did he film it with you, or did you give me 4 hours? I'm going to do this.
I could never do a self-tape with Jamie.
Would you not?
I would, because he practiced sides with me and he gets really into it, and then he'll.
And then does it feel like he's stealing your thunder?
Kind of. Saying your name, whiskey boy.
Yeah, I know. I was real nice with my pronunciation. Oh.
And he's right, like, I'm like, God damn it. Or he'll be like, there's a full stop here if you want to take a breath. I was like,
this is what I want to ask as well. When you're running lines, I just let it run. And then at the end, I'm like, this line and this line you didn't know. Is that the way to run lines?
Yeah.
Right, like I just run through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because like you need to practice anyway. So practice.
I feel, but he is good. Like he is good. And I like
Jamie is definitely watching. That's hilarious. Hello, Jamie.
Jamie's like he is good at that, and he'll be like saying it like he is.
No, and also he wants you to do well.
Yeah, he's dope. He's like the best.
It's love,
but it's different putting him behind. Like if I was doing it and he was behind the camera, no chance. I'm like.
Yeah, would you be nervy?
100. And theatre, come to the place, don't care, I'm in a different zone.
Yeah, but you've also practiced so much.
No way. Even my, like
him specifically or people in general?
Him, family.
Oh yeah, so people in general.
Anyone that knows me.
But like, would you be, what about if I was,
perfect.
Because I'm in it.
Because you're in it.
Yeah.
All my, like there's a group of us, all my actor friends.
So anyone who's in the industry understands it a bit.
They know, they can be like, just try that. And I think he said that, like we would, like it's amazing.
Yeah.
You learn, like I feel like I threw away, so it's obviously my fault I didn't get the part, but I feel like I threw away so many really deadly self-tapes because of the not taking the reader as serious. Like this is like back in the day. When you were not taking the reader as serious as I should have.
What do you mean?
As in they should have been like letting my little sister and flying through it because I was embarrassed.
Not getting someone to read it
properly,
who actually understands pacing and stuff like that and tone and like how like to feed you a line.
Like, will you just read this and then I'll do it, and then I would run through it because maybe I was like, and I would never be like embarrassed about. I'd be embarrassed with very little. Yeah, like in life.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I'll back
but
that
for
up.
some reason with that, I don't know what it was.
No, it's very vulnerable. Yeah. It's very vulnerable.
Especially if it's something like comedy where you're like, have to, like there's so many things, like you have to pop up and pretend you're a rabbit or all this.
Well, you also don't want to get caught up in the giggles. Like me and Adam, I had to act. I did the smartphone filmmaking thing that I said. So I did a little bit of acting for the first time. Because again, I think I'm going to do acting exploratively. Yes.
Oh my God, Niamh, you are going to be so good. You're going to get a big part. I'm going to be
crying. You're going to be right here, sister. Right with me. Right here.
No, I'll be like, happy for you, sad for me.
No, if one of us win, we all win. Look at Joe Rogan.
I bet
look at Taylor Swift. If one of us win, we all win.
You would take that like a duck to water.
Do you think so?
100.
See, I want to do it because I think I love directing. I love all of production. I think acting is the other side of writing.
You can do everything.
No, but I think acting is the other side of writing. Like the more I get into film, the more I understand the medium, the more I understand writing, the more I see that the other side of the character is the actor. And so I think, I'm getting shivers talking about it, which means I know. Because I really, I connect with actors so much and I love directors. Of course, there's so much skill in it, but it's like I feel like the best directors in the world are facilitating the visual medium.
You're an actor's director.
I'm an actor's director.
Yeah.
100%. I'm like Greta Gerwig, where I'm like, the camera can be, if we get good enough actors and if the story is good enough, obviously, I would love to work with the best of it, but I'm not Christopher Nolan. I'm not trying to build a spaceship. I'm not trying to, never say never. I'd love to do an alien story. But I'm very much about character. Character is my zone. And so I have such a deep admiration and respect for acting. So I feel
like... I'd know that because the way you like speak about films or like sitcoms and SNL and stuff, when you like, even when we do our voices are messing, you're so in it. And you can like... adapt to it so quickly that makes me be like, oh, you be like not a bother to you.
Do you think so?
100%. And you'd go for it. Like there's obviously also the side of like self-critical, looking back, like again with the self-tapes, looking back at yourself.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, look at that. Why is my like this
I would you only allowed to shoot this
yeah, and like sometimes you just can't do that. Yeah. And you're looking back like in the 5 lamp, like I just stuck the phone to a window, like taped it. And it was like moving as I was doing it. But it was like, it was one of those shutters, Joan Lisbon, like the old ones. Yeah. And I was like, stay. And then I was like, stay.
What do you mean why wouldn't you just perch it again against the mirror or something?
There was the light.
Oh, the light.
All this stuff. I was like, oh. So I had something. I think I had a clip. I don't know what I did.
Well, let me know if you ever want to do self-tapes, girl.
Oh my God, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
I think you'd be real like as well.
I did one with a girl. I don't know if she's watching Leah. And she was lovely and she was amazing. But no, I don't want to out her.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and that irked me a little bit.
You're also if you don't. Now
just because of the time it takes. Just because of the time it takes to do that. Wipe you a little bit of mascara there.
Like at my mirror.
Yeah, get your mirror. Oh, that's a cute mirror.
I know, isn't it so cute?
Oh,
Jesus.
No, just a tiny bit.
Like,
No, grubby makeup is coming back in.
Yeah.
Olsen twins, I saw it on TikTok. Yeah.
I love the Olsen twins.
Yeah, I love the Olsen twins. But I did love doing it with her. Like I loved, like before.
What did you love about it?
I hated the actual writing of the script. It was disgusting. It was honestly disgusting. That's the hardest part. If you bring me a shitty script that you have to read lines for.
Yeah.
Because I'm a writer. I'm like a freak.
Well, this is where you'll have a problem.
With most of the scripts that you have to read.
Because, well, it depends. Like, you could be really selective, but if you're like me or a lot of like...
No, I will never act. I will never act. Never. I'm not going to...
I will.
I think I'll be like Lena Dunham. I think I'll act in something I write.
See, this is that, and that's amazing.
And that's full stop. As in, I don't think I'm not like Christian Bale. I'm not Margot Robbie. I'm not out here winning an Oscar.
But say you got offered a part in an Irish show and you were like, it's fine.
That took me away from writing and directing. I don't think so. If I would
not.
No, I don't think so. I think I would only act if it was like. Did you see Jesse Eisenberg? Did you see A Real Pain yet?
Oh,
did you see it? Did you see
the best films I have ever
seen. So good.
From the get-go.
Oh.
I literally was like...
I was sat there, I went to the IFI full, and I sat there, and as soon as it started, I was like, lads, this is the best thing. Everyone could feel it. Trying. Genius.
Like the writing, Kieran Culkin, obviously, like, phenomenal. But him as well.
No, Jesse Eisenberg, again, you know, he's not like an actor, he's been himself.
Yeah.
And he's not
That's
like
what I was saying,
he's not an actor like as in Christian Bale is like a metamorphosis into multiple different characters.
But he knows that.
And then there's comedic actors, which I think you're more like. Do you know what I mean?
That
you know, Christian Wiig, Amy Poehler, where you're not trying to win an Oscar for this, but you're trying to be like, I want to be in the comedic world.
100%.
Yeah. And I feel like watching Jesse Eisenberg, I was like, oh yeah, and he said something. I finally got to watch all his interviews because I couldn't watch them before I saw it.
Did you listen to the Table Manners podcast one? No.
Maybe. Is it a full one? No, send it to me though. I want to. But he basically said, sit back. No, you're fine. That was like such a pose.
See, I'm such an actor.
But I just don't want you to be, it's just a better angle for you if you sit back. You know, because like you're looking at me, but I'm just aware. I'm just aware of the angle.
No, I like, so this.
No. Just sit, just have your back against
the couch.
Guys,
take a vote.
From there you have creative freedom. You can improv as long as your back feels against the couch.
Was I literally like this?
No, you were just hunched towards me. And you just want to be open.
It was great, yes.
Just an open
See, this is why my self-tape sucks.
No. Oh my God, this is not a self. This isn't. We're just getting into it.
No, I know.
But he said that he started acting in his stuff because he felt he didn't want to go through watching people do it wrong. And I feel like I'm not going to be an actor. I think there's going to become an opportunity where I am a better alternative to what the choices are.
Like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Something like that. But no, Phoebe Waller-Bridge started as an actress. So I think she came up as an actor So like a little bit more like Lena Dunham, like start as a writer and then act because there's no budget for one of the leads and like it makes more sense. And I think I'd have fun. Like that's what I mean. If you were in something that I wrote and it was someone else that I'm having the crack with and like we had a director then that I could trust and then I was like, geez, I'm going to hop like Michael Shore, you know, the way he's in a few of the Office stuff and like, do you know the way Mindy Kaling is like, you know, where you're, like I would love that flexibility to jump in and out.
Tina Fey as well. She's like
Tina Fey, yeah, exactly. So I think I'll be myself. I can't imagine me like acting deeply, you know.
Yeah. Well, I totally get that. Like there's like, and that's as well because you're a writer.
Yeah.
This is where I can't, like, even though I try so hard to write, I'm like so hard. Like it's just my thing is like I will try any script or anything.
Yeah. Like, well, you could be in the shittest film in the world.
I'd be like, oh my God, or Emma Stone.
You can be in the shittest movie in the world and still be a great actress.
I would do my best. I would still try. I'll try.
I think actors are the only person in the entire industry who can do a shit movie and still look good. You know what I mean? Like, as in, like they will be remembered.
Yeah, because people are like, well, she was great. Same with theatre. It's like, she was great, but what's the story with him?
What was the story with the whole fucking thing?
Yeah.
But she was great.
Like, that was terrible, but that guy in the corner was really funny.
Which I do love, because I think the actors, it's always an exercise. Like, you can always get better through the script, even if the script is crap.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just think I'm in a place like that with acting where it's like...
Is it a love-hate relationship now?
No, I've loved it forever.
Okay, good.
I love it, but now I'm not desperate.
Yeah.
I was like in my 20s, and it came through.
Well, I think
I
you
feel in some of my like acting choices.
like a sense of neediness or something.
Yeah. Like I'd get parts and do great and it would all be amazing and then I would be not. And then like I'd remember having a casting person say like, sorry, you're really funny, like I love your voice, all this stuff, but like you're coming across like you want it too much. Like I can feel it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's terrible. Big desperate Debbie over here.
No, I'd say passion.
But I get it.
I think it's passionate.
I get what she meant.
I'm sorry, I don't want to rain on your parade, but like that is your nature.
But you are desperate.
No, well, like as in,
No, as
like
in, I just want
you're
it.
very excited.
it.
Yeah, like you want whatever experience you're having to be the best
doing it
version
full.
of that experience.
I'm like in or out.
Yeah,
Like, I wanna just
exactly.
go-
So no matter
go
who
hard.
you're with, you're
Yeah.
like, I want to laugh at your jokes
Yeah.
and I want to cry with you, and you're just like
Yeah.
an intense, passionate person. And I think that that's probably one of the best things about you. So I wouldn't worry about that
I
too
like.
much.
Thank you. That's very
Yeah,
kind.
I wouldn't worry about that.
But I kind of.
And I think that will feed it into a character at certain points. This is the problem. We're only now making stuff here. So
Yeah.
I think you have been a victim of the industry. Because literally,
I like the way you're saying. But I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean.
but
It's
like
just
before
like a
normal people,
shock.
what was it? Fucking soaps? Like literally
No,
was.
do you know what? There
They've
was
been
some
making
good-
nothing. No, but they've been. What have they been making?
Like I self-taped for everything. Everything you have seen that's been made in Dublin.
Yeah, good.
I have self-taped
Yeah,
for.
why wouldn't you?
Like, and kept getting asked back and asked back. Like I'm taught like any shows that have been.
But I can't-
pre or post normal.
Do you know
people,
what one
You better
actually-
believe my tape's been in there. Like
Couldn't see you
I
in normal
have.
people because there's no character there that I would want you in.
I know.
I would want you in as if it was my choice. As if I'm Lenny Abrams and like wouldn't want you
I know.
there.
No, I actually did.
You're not
no,
the
I
vibe. You're
didn't
not the
actually
tone.
get a
The only
normal
one. Did you see what was that one that was on RTE? As in like Can You Not or As If, and it was two girls and they were drunk and they
Can't
had the
cope,
taxi.
won't cope.
Yeah.
I auditioned for that. That was like 10 years ago.
Was it?
Okay, not that. That's a bit dramatic. But
I
it was
saw
a
her
long time
at
ago.
Galway Film Festival with a baby.
Shauna Kurz.
The main girl.
I don't want to say her second name.
Very beautiful.
She's amazing.
Very beautiful. Yeah, she did well.
She's so. But there's.
that was the only thing that I've seen in Ireland that I could see you in character wise, honestly, and like not as in that's a compliment to you,
Yeah.
as in like I don't think there's been a range, and like you're not going to
Yeah.
slot into Love Hate, you're not going to slot
Well, I
in,
auditioned for.
you're not going to slot into The Dry
I auditioned for The Dry.
for the main girl.
For I can't remember. I think like 3 different people. I did a couple of tries for that.
Yeah,
Because they'll be like, "Do you want
but
to?"
I didn't see any character that I was like so that was
There
like
was
you.
one. There was one. Sorry to cut across you. Tell me if I do that because I'm just like
No,
getting excited.
that's a conversation. Don't worry.
But it was for. Was it the Smother?
I haven't seen that yet.
I think, and it was for. I think it was to play Fionnuala Flanagan. You know that amazing Irish actress. She's been. When would you have seen it? What would you have seen her in? Oh, you would. You'd see it. She was in the new Hunger Games as well.
No,
She's
I need
so
to see-
beautiful. Oh my gosh, and she's but she was in that funny one with Jim Carrey. Yes, man.
Oh, I love Yes Man,
Remember
but
when
all I
he was with
remember
the-
is Zoe Deschanel.
Was Zoe Deschanel? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
wasn't she? Was like skateboarding or something.
Yeah, of
Fionnuala
course she was.
Flanagan. Oh, you're the L one.
Yeah,
You should sorry,
I think
an elderly
yeah.
lady.
She's so fab. I
Oh,
think
gorgeous.
There was one to play her as her younger.
Oh,
But how-
oh my God, same birthday
As me?
Me.
Oh. And that is why you're never gonna make it, you self-obsessed bitch. I don't even know your birthday. I was like, Stevens' Day. I told you, I'm a ghost.
Oh, sorry.
I'm half ghost.
You did
half
say
human.
earlier because you said Stephen's Day on my
Yeah.
birthday, and I was like,
Was
that's
I
a weird.
weird?
That was a weird like mesh of things, and I didn't know that you meant as a joint venture.
Because I keep saying, I was like, it was just my birthday, even though it was like 2 weeks. I was like, I just turned 35.
Oh my God, you're just right on the cusp of me because I'm a saggy bitch.
Yeah, I think I just missed.
I'm Sag.
But
Yeah,
the
you're very
part-
close to Sag.
No, some people really don't see me as a Capricorn, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I had an ex who was a Capricorn and he was way. I was like, for a brief second, I was like, she stole my coaster.
In my own home. I
then I
gave her
looked
an
over.
opera and she's like, no, I'm having that. But I auditioned to play her
Yeah.
younger self. And she, how weird is this, right? My pal in work, Michelle, was like, oh my God, Sorcha, you would have been perfect at that. Didn't get it, whatever, fine. No bother. Like, this is, like, it is what it is.
No, it's part of the parcel.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with rejection.
Yeah, you sound like it.
Fine. I don't cry about anything.
Yeah, says everybody who's fine with rejection.
I am so confident in who I am. No, look, it's fine. I'm always
No,
like, I'm like, my
you're
sorry. She's like,
accepting.
it should have been me. And
You're
I
not.
have a
It
moment.
hurts. It hurts like
It
a
hurts.
bitch. I'm suffering it too. Writers
Yeah.
suffer rejection a lot too,
Listen, it's like
and
in
it hurts.
this world.
It does hurt, but you become accepting, right?
100%. Like, if
Yeah.
you don't, you're going to have a very sad life, I think.
Yeah. Case in point. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I'm
It's
just
like
kidding.
do a montage of
I
me
just
crying.
Yeah.
Looking out the dark. Like,
No,
what has
but
become of me? But it is. But she then, how weird is this?
I love all the
She
clada,
came
by the
into-
way.
Oh, thank you.
Gorge.
Ireland. Love
Yeah,
Ireland. The red
gorge.
hair. I'm trying to
I
like
just have this, but
Let me see. Beautiful.
Yeah, thank
Well, ring. Actually, what hand? Oh, yeah.
go on. Sorry, the story.
This,
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
it's not great. It's not a great story. But the funny thing is, she came into April in the Bar
Oh, wow.
as a customer. Like, last week.
Wow. Did you say it to her?
I know, and Michelle said you should have.
You should have.
I
She would've
nearly,
loved
I was like
that.
this.
Were you?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Because you don't get
my-
that nervy, but maybe you do. You cover very well if you get nervous.
But I don't, do you know what I thought? I was like, I don't want to make her uncomfortable. In case she
No.
doesn't like talking like that.
No, I think everybody likes
I was
being
trying to be sound.
appreciated. And I do think you're right, as in your instinct is right. You don't want to like
Like, she's
not that I
older
know,
woman,
I have
like, I
no
don't-
idea.
yeah.
But what my feeling is, what I imagine to be is that you don't want to feel cornered.
Yeah.
But I do think everybody likes appreciation.
But
I've
also,
said thank you. Do you know, I've said thank you to people. I just see them and I just say thank you.
Really?
Yeah, I just say thank you. That's what I say. And I'm just like, I know you. I'm going to leave you alone, but
But
thank
that's
you.
so cool. I would never think of that.
It's
I was
just
like,
thank you.
I could have played you. What do you think of me? Do you think I look like I was afraid she might get offended if, imagine I might say you're her and I was like,
Okay.
do you know, I had an opportunity like
think she would flick
and
her head when she
also
looks at
I
things.
didn't want her to be like, for me to be like, I could have played your younger self, and her to be like, what you mean younger self? What's wrong? Like I thought of like all the scenarios as she was walking around.
Yeah.
And also I didn't want her to look at me and be like, but you don't look like me. And then for me to just be really awkward and then just be like, listen, take what you want and go. take it.
Here's a free photo frame.
Yeah.
Here's a couch. Take a couch.
Do you want this chair? And footstool. Handmade.
Yeah, no, and like I'd say
I thought it was a weird
of,
like university thing.
Yeah, it very weird. But I do think not saying hello is also classy. To be fair, like I do think I think you can regret to, because I saw Arj. Remember
Oh
they
my God,
filmed Towie.
from Towie?
No, remember they filmed it in the storehouse.
Did they?
Yeah, I know. Robbie.
Where was I?
Robbie was like.
Robbie, where was I?
No, Robbie took over. He led it and brought Eamon and like two other boys who don't even watch Towie down. And I was like, I'm a fucking diehard Towie fan. Imagine the whole of like Tottenham came in, and I was like,
Was this when I
I'm gonna
was
take
there?
this one. Yeah, of course. You were there when I was there the whole time, right? At the end.
Oh, I'm Robbie fuming.
You were fuming at the time. I remember saying it to you, and I was like, "No, don't even be jealous. I wasn't there." Either. You were like,
not even
because
worth
again,
it to you.
you were the only person who cared with
Yeah.
me. But I was skagging balls, and I did the most embarrassing thing anyone could ever do in life.
To Arch?
To both. To
Who's
Dan
both?
Edgar.
Oh my God, what did you do?
There was nothing.
Oh my God, what did you
I
do?
came down the
Scared.
stairs, the main stairs, and they were standing at the end, like down with the
When opposite the snug.
opposite snug, yeah. So they were standing there waiting because they were recording downstairs. So they were like waiting there. Now, I had a good interaction with Mallet and with Lockie. So they were both fine. Lockie kind of perved on me a bit. I was like,
Oh.
I'm on Danielle's side.
We can't do that.
yeah. I was like, no, I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
But Mallet was he was like, all right. And I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I was
Thank
like,
you.
Thank you. And I was like, chill.
Yeah.
But with Arj
Oh my
and Dan,
God.
I went downstairs and I...
Oh my God, if I can. I'm
No,
just
worst
trying
case
to-
scenario. I go, you're really funny.
To Aaron.
And you're really good looking.
And then just walked away. I went to O'Flaherty's downstairs and hid.
I was so hungover.
Oh my God.
You know when you're so hungover that
What did they say?
No, it was so awkward. All
Was Eamon there watching?
No, nobody was watching. It was just me
I
and
thought
them. It
everyone
was
was like-
just me, Arj and Dan. So I was so hungover that I lost all perception of reality. I lost.
I know, been
you
there.
know when
Been
you're
there.
just
We've all
so
been there.
hungover
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
just feel like there's nobody to keep you safe. Like you're just like you could say
You're in it
anything.
on your own.
Yeah. So when I said it, I was like, "You're really funny and you're really good looking." And Arj, of course, typical Arj goes, "Am I not good looking then? Am I not good looking then?"
So
And I
did
was
that
like,
not start like a little.
no, it was odd. And then I was odd. Like I made it so weird. And then I was like, no, of course you're really good looking. Of course.
Because you are good at talking.
Not in this moment. It was the most starstruck I've ever been, and I've met better people.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I've met better people, and it was Arj and Dan that got me. I loved Arj.
Yeah.
Like, as in, not as like, I loved him as in, I felt like he was really himself. Like, I liked that he never put up a facade, and he was very vulnerable, and I loved him and Lydia and their dynamic.
Yeah.
I loved how much he loved Lydia. And like, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted, in that moment, I wanted to tell Arj he was really funny. And then I felt in that moment more bad for Dan, because I was like, but you're really good looking, so don't worry.
Probably loved that.
Yeah. And then Arj felt like well, initially I was like, funny's way better than good looking to me.
Way better.
So I came, my intentions were good, and I just fumbled.
How long did you like stew on that for after?
Oh, look at me, I'm not done. It's a long-term stew. Yeah, this is it.
I can see it in your eyes that you were like, I have done a terrible thing.
No, thank God
they probably didn't even think about that for
and I've changed my hair. No, they did. I've changed my hair purposely for that, but so Arj will never recognize me.
I'd say they were like, cute girl.
No.
And just were like
I'd say they were like, girls are a bit weird.
Yeah. All right, Irish girl.
Yeah. Like, just on to the next. But it was gas because it was all the boys downstairs, which I loved.
Now, I was more Made in Chelsea.
Yeah, same.
I still watch Made in Chelsea.
It depended on who was on. It depends on who was on. It depends on the cast members, always.
They're a bit like jarring.
It depends who.
Come on.
Are you still on Made in Chelsea?
I only just last week, it had a new season, but it's all like Miles is
No, I watched it all.
What? Why does Miles think he's all like, and he keeps putting the water and being like, I wasn't even drinking.
No, Miles is a fucking wet blanket freak.
He's Snorlax.
Oh, and also like nobody needs to really reminds me of.
Do
you know? And what's that Michael Jordan movie where and then all the little people like
Space Jam.
up? Yeah, he's a Space Jam. You've got the face of a baby and this big body.
Yeah.
So you've roided up your body when you're naturally supposed to be slim. Like, I think he's
like
supposed to be
cool
lean.
musician, French,
I think he's supposed to be lean.
His dad's like a jazz singer.
So he's like bulked out, but his head is kind of small. Like his head, like I think he's roided up. He's used too many protein shakes. He's gone a bit icky.
Yeah.
I love Maeva.
She is the only one. Liv was like that as well.
So I loved Liv.
She was proper, like, and she would cry. Like, I love Liv.
Yeah, she was
I love
real.
Maeva. She's dead right. And I love
What about Habs and
Jamie?
No, what do you think about Habs and Melissa?
With their podcast.
Just like, what do you think of them?
I never was like I think Habs is great. Like, it's funny with her and Jamie laugh, but like I never like was like, oh, I like the way it would be about Maeva.
No,
like, she was fine.
Yeah. Maeva also reminded me of Emer, which I can say.
Oh, can we say?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Maeva reminded me. That's such a compliment. Maeva's a badass.
She's badass.
She has no time for friendships.
Zero. But I did love how protective she was over Thing's brother.
Yeah.
Who I also love. And what's that girl? God,
Jazz.
she got such a hard time, didn't she?
Jazz.
She did say from the start she wasn't into it.
She reminds me of you a little bit.
I was just about to say she's so annoying.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
No, she's so sweet and she's so sweet and she's so cute. But I think she knows her power, and she's so happy to have fun.
Yeah.
That I think she doesn't feel like.
Do you think she led him on?
I don't think it's her responsibility to take care of his feelings.
Like, they were all like, why are you doing this? And she was like, I'm after telling you.
I hate that.
I don't think
They're like, why has nobody cornered Miles like that? Like, why is everybody like this is the
I didn't like that at all.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think it was her fault. I think if he likes her, like, that's his problem. It's not her problem.
And she said something like, I was like, is this for real? She said something to him. Oh, I'm still not sure. And he's like, so we'll just go, like, we'll just keep it going.
Yeah, he pressured it. I was like,
I don't think she wanted that.
Yeah.
He was a little dote. Like,
gorgeous boy. And she could do no worse. Like,
I like Temps.
Temps is, but again, I feel like he's just like, Gaston and like, what's his little foot soldier in Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, to Miles?
Yeah.
But I think he was giving it to Miles this season.
Yeah, just because he got a girlfriend.
It was like, you think you're...
Of course, because that's his character.
His girlfriend is a riot.
But like for so long, he was just happy to be Miles' little butt buddy. And I didn't like that for him.
He was, but this season, I like him.
I like him always, and I do like their friendship, because even when, remember he was shagging that blonde girl, and then Miles was like, came at him, and then Temps was like, you have to just let me do my thing, and like, I do feel like Temps is a good skin.
Yeah.
But I think Miles wouldn't hang around with him if he was as good looking as Miles. And I don't like that. And I don't like that dynamic. Yeah. I don't like men that take a really good best friend that they know isn't competition and like cart them around.
Because he did that with James. Really, well, like remember?
I know James was the dark horse.
I know, but I kind of liked James.
I prefer
he
James
was, like
than Miles.
really just like this is
Cutthroat bitch.
Yeah,
cutthroat evil cunt.
like they're all.
Now he's with Maeva,
yeah,
who's also an evil cunt, and I love that about them both.
Remember the other season when she was like annoyed at him and she was like to Miles, "Do you want to sleep together?"
Yeah.
I was like,
and then she's like, "I just want to sleep with him to piss you off," and I'm like, "Yeah, get it, girl, get it."
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh my god!
But I used to say this to. I used to say, like, I prefer people who are genuinely assholes.
Yeah.
Because at least I know.
Exactly. Like just
and that's what I feel like with Maeva. Like I like anybody who's been themselves. And so if you're just a dickhead, if you're even a taxi driver who's like, yeah, grand, and I'm like, oh, you don't want to talk to me? Great. Because now you're being genuine.
Yeah.
You're still being genuine even if you're being genuinely a dick.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel then I don't like the middle ground of like the fake nastiness of some of them. Like we're not knowing where they are, like what they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Like I feel like Ruby, and I always loved her, and I loved her style and everything. Like remember at the start, she's so cool.
She's so sweet
I feel like,
to me.
yeah, she's so lost.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, and Rez is like.
Oh really? You're not into Rez? I feel like they remind me of him.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, sure. Look at the new season, and she's like in New York with him.
Yeah.
And he's getting tick about.
Yeah, that was a bit odd, wasn't it?
Like, what are you? Look at her. You're in New York with Ruby. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but okay. So, say your best friend. Would you be okay with them getting with Sir Banjo? I'm just kidding.
of all the exes. Well, I'm like, I see where you're going.
Montgomery Banjo. Like, as in, there's never, like, I'm trying to disguise it.
I know, it's fine. I know.
But, like, as in, there's never a good moment for your best friend to shag anyone you were kind of heavily involved with, I don't think. Right?
No. I mean, but was she?
They were shagging for a good 6 months. Like, I think
they were
about
Tina?
Yeah, Tina, yeah. I think they were dogging for a while.
I thought, yeah, and
I feel like he was.
That's
just
why
like,
I mean, he shouldn't have been. Why was he of all the people? Like he knew that bothered her. So why do it?
Yeah,
like, you're in.
He should have taken a holistic view. But then why did your man say anything?
Yeah, like, and again, this is like scripted.
No,
so could be. It says at the start now.
Look at my face. No, it's not. It cannot be.
Some of it can't be because you can tell, but some of it, like, I feel like they set them up.
They set them up and they put them in positions, but they have no idea what they're going to say.
Do you not see on some of them it says some of this is scripted for blah, blah, blah? At the very start of some episodes.
Well, I think maybe
like, as in they could be like, they've had a fight and they didn't get the shot and they're like, come back in and do that again. I think yeah. Like, why do you think they just ended up in the same coffee place?
No, I get that. That's production, right? Like here you're going to bump in, but sometimes I feel like they don't know who's going to be there.
Well, sometimes they have to retake it. Well, this is Spencer, and you know Spencer like is all like, oh, that was real, blah blah blah.
No, he like hates what Chelsea says.
So he said,
I do think he's a health freak, but I think he's a poser. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, we all know Spencer from.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wish he would just stop acting holier than thou. I'm like. There's no problem with
feel like that's a mask.
Like Russell Brand was like a filthy pig.
Yeah.
Turned this glorious Jesus character. There's no like, there's no defensiveness around it. And whereas I feel like Spencer, it's like just constant him trying to be holier than thou.
Yeah, he's like, I used to be like that. I used to be like that.
Yeah, there's no moment where he's just like
yeah, I was mad.
There's no, that's me. There's no like, you were never really getting him. Like he's like that toddler who just like can't let his guard down. He's like, well, I'm stronger than everyone here though.
It's those, do you know that male behavior when they're like that and they don't let,
where he's just constantly like on, like even with Vogue, he's like, yeah, but I'm definitely the funniest. And I'm like, let go. Let it down.
Yeah,
like,
stop.
Relax.
I wonder, is that because he's in TV so long?
But so many of them are like.
And he just can't, and now he's now morphed. I don't know.
No, like, I think his personality is a bit of a dick.
Like I never liked him.
No, I never liked him either. And him and Jamie are frenemies.
I like
They hate each other. Yeah, I like Jamie too.
They hate each other.
If you watch any of their stuff, they're just mean to each other all the time. Like if we sat here.
I love
like
Proud Luck.
If we sat here, I feel like I'm just going to get lit. I'm going to be on.
No, my God, I'm trying to catch up.
No, don't.
You pee?
Do not match me.
Can I pee during this?
Yeah, pee.
But I just take the mic off.
Please take the mic off, because otherwise I'm gonna like amplify the pee sound. Let's both pee. Oh, this is delish.
This is delish.
I love this life.
Oh my God, I know.
Right? And we fucking deserve it.
We do. And tell me if I don't shut up.
Cheers, baby. Oh my God, what? This is what a podcast is. You're supposed to not shut up. It's the whole principle.
But you know, when you're like,
But I do need to pee now, but I did want to fill the drinks first.
Oh, that's
my God.
so tasty.
What the hell? I've got such a knack for an Aperol
Oh my God,
Spritz.
because they can be made bad, let's be honest.
Yeah. What do they have too much of when they're bad then?
I always feel like too much Aperol.
Yeah. I'm going to put back on the jumper because I feel like it just didn't get a look in.
And it's fab.
And it's so fab. It was my mom's.
It's fucking gorgeous. I
Isn't
actually
it?
loved it.
I know, it
kind
of reminds me of you. I feel like if you were a jumper, you'd be like that.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And my ma is so cute. Like, she barely wears things because she likes to keep them good, you know? And then she'd be like, and now you can have... Like, she's so generous.
That's, like, so kind.
I know, she's so generous. Like, straight away, she'd be like, yeah, you have that. Just give it to me.
Mums are the feckin' best.
Mums are the best. My mum is the best. Hey, Mama, I love you. My mama doesn't listen.
Does she not?
Not to everyone, no. She's better things.
Okay.
She's better things.
Yeah, it's fab.
And also, my ma's not like she's like Logan Roy. Did you watch Succession?
Did I watch Succession?
You love Succession?
Yes, I fucking did.
My ma's like Logan Roy.
Really?
Yeah. In like in the best way possible.
Her voice was really calming.
Like as in
when she was talking to you, you were both really
Did you listen to it?
Yeah. When you talked, you were like, it was real, like...
Yeah, that's what I felt too.
So soft.
It was like, what you call that? But that's me and my ma. There was no other way for us to be.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is so natural.
It was so feminine.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
And she calmed me. That's what the plants.
That's what I mean. My ma's Mother Nature. That's what I always say. I'm like, what does Mother Nature think? Because she is genuinely like my Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's fine.
She's and she's just so like unassuming and like so like the opposite of me and my dad. Me and my dad are so needy for attention.
Your dad's cool.
My dad's so cool, but we're both so needy for attention. And my little brother, like we're the ones who are like, let's make people laugh.
And she's just
and then my ma's just the grounding force. Mother Nature, just grounding.
I love that. I got that straight away. Even just from her, like there was not.
But I was a bit nervous, and I feel like I need to bring her back on because I feel like I didn't do her justice. I think she probably would prefer questions.
Yeah, because we were just having a convo.
We were just chilling, and it's hard. See, it's hard for me and my mum because this is what it's like. It's weird with people that I talk about the deepest parts of my life with my mum. With my dad, we talk about the deepest parts of the world, but with my mum, I'm like, I talk about Ava. I talk about my concerns about motherhood. I talk about my concerns about everything that's my everyday life that I don't necessarily want to make public.
And they know you so well. They know you better than anyone.
Exactly. So it was quite hard for me to like switch. Whereas with me and my dad, we talk objectively about the world. So it wasn't that, like, it wasn't weird. Whereas with my mom, I was like, I don't want to talk about, like, I don't really want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we kind of had to switch out of our norm. So I think she would enjoy a more structured episode. So I might bring her back and do like an actual, because she's so clever.
Yeah,
she's the best.
She doesn't even have to try.
No, she's so clever. Like she doesn't know. Like she literally knows everything.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. She's one of those people who just seems to know everything. You know.
I know.
So
do you think that's a mom thing? Since you are a mom.
Since I've had Ava, I'm like,
the
level of respect that I have for my parents, for my mom. Sorry, Dad, but for my mom has
it's
just
another level.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. And your mom, 4.
Like how?
4.
And even then Chabelle, watching Chabelle, I'm like, yeah. I think that is actually why. Side note, like, what do you call it? Sideboard?
Sidebar.
Sideboard is furniture.
Just chopping board.
Your house.
Just a little detour of the chopping board.
But I think because of seeing Chabelle and Mum, knowing how deadly Mom is and always was, like, oh my God.
Was she?
And then seeing,
was she?
She's like, it's not even funny. Like,
did your dad work and your mom stayed at home and raised you?
Yeah. Mom, they met in bank centre, but Dad was working. Even Dad though, even though he was working and he worked so hard, he was still like, it was like run to the door when he's home and playing, and he was always like really.
He was present when he was home.
Oh yeah.
My dad was the same. We probably had a similar upbringing.
I'd say by the sounds of it, yeah.
And you were 3 girls and a boy, and I was 3 boys and a girl. Sister.
That's dynamic.
But there's a lot to be said, and they still love each other so much, right? So much. Do they?
I was like, what are you still talking about? Like, there's like a little perch in our house in Malahide. Probably because it's like, it's never end. I know. Yeah. They're like, there's always something. Like, obviously you're the same when there's 4 kids in a family and then there's grandkids, there's always something to talk about.
Yeah, well, there's like, and also it's not even just something to talk about. It's like the people you love, you get to share.
They love it.
It's so strange to share in the love with someone.
It's the best thing, but they literally, they sit up and like, there's a little place in our garden, they call it like the garden bar, and then we have a normal bar. There's always a bar, and I just watch them sometimes when I'm home, like I can see outside, and I'm like, what are they talking about?
They're just up there chatting. Probably about the garden, probably about life.
Probably about like, yeah. Probably about something so stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're so in love. But there's a lot to be said. Like, there's a lot to
We're
be
very
said
lucky.
to watch that. Yeah.
We're
That
very
is
lucky.
not for
It's
everyone.
so rare.
And you
It's so
only see
rare.
that when you're older, I feel. Because
No, I had a
kinda,
deep. No, see, I don't know. Your friends' parents, do they in Malahide, do they stay together?
What's the,
In Balbriggan, we have more of a separate, we have more of a split home situation. But like most of my friends,
No, they did. To be fair, like I just always.
I watched my friends' parents go through hard times, so I was always fundamentally like, "Whoa, my parents are like, not even just together, so happy."
Yeah,
like I was
and
aware.
Sound. I think I always knew. I think my dad said to me that I said he was always like, we'd always like. I definitely knew we were lucky, and you'd be like kind of like you didn't want to almost be like. Because even now people are like, oh, your Instagram stories, I love watching your family, so cute. And then I'm like, because I just don't even think and post because I just love it.
Well, it's a great attitude.
Yeah, I love that.
Why not? You've got so much stuff to look back on.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
like
and storage. Like Instagram is the best storage in the world.
It's and for silly little things, like I don't even think about it.
I don't think you should. I think you should.
And then one or two, like sometimes that I'm like, oh, I hope this
comes across how I feel it.
No, don't even care how I come. Like, just I hope this doesn't hurt. Someone's not watching this and being like, I wish I had that.
Well, yeah, of course they are. It looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
You're like if drinking with your best friend who's your sister. I'm like, where is my sister, man? I do with my brother, but it's not the same. He wants beer.
Yeah, I know. But you ever borrow something like, oh, but it's just gratitude. Like I'm just really
grateful. I'm the exact same with my parents. Like I cannot get over how lucky I am now. Yeah. Like now that I'm growing up more and more, I'm like, oh shit, that's I'm so lucky. I'm a mom.
Like that's insane.
I know.
Like that is like. That's probably the most respect I ever have for people because when I see what you do, I see it. I see it with my sister Shabelle. I see it. That's what makes me so like.
But then there's a mom of one, and then there's a mom of three. Like I see people with 3 kids, and they're like,
a mom is a mom.
They've got one on their head, and I'm like, how do you do it?
It's like one here, one here, one
I have
here,
to carry one,
and they're like hiking, and how I'm like, what the heck?
Mothers
like, how do you do it?
The world, but they're just too busy raising their own kids. Yeah, I know it's an absolute travesty. But that's why I think that the world is shifting, so dads get a bit more of a taste of the parenting. Because Adam is actually so much better at a lot of the stuff than I am. He's so much better. Yeah, when Ava is sick,
like
he's so much.
Things.
Yeah, so much better. Like taking care. Like I think I'm really good, obviously, because it's my kid. But like he has that innate ability to care that I don't have.
Is he like?
He's just a real nurturing. He's a really like. He knows he's like she's sick, she needs this medicine and we'll get her this and we'll get her this, and even when I'm like hungover,
why would you freak out and be like, what are we gonna get her?
I think no, not freak out, but I would just more forget about certain things where he's like, I went and I got this, so thoughtful, so thoughtful. So I feel like he really balances me out. So I do think that the world is shifting. Like, do you think Jamie would be a good dad?
Jamie, that actually makes me a bit emotional. I think Jamie will be like.
I don't love smoking on the podcast, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I wish it was a joint. I wish it wasn't illegal.
Pretend it was.
I know, I might just roll one and
just say, like, I'm not going to say anything.
No, but I think I could get arrested.
You can't.
For
what's that podcast where the Miley Cyrus's mum?
It's legal in LA.
Oh.
Yeah. I think, but like kneecap smoke joints, but it's fiction. Yeah.
But you can just.
I don't know.
See, this is all. See, it's little things like this where you're like.
And fine now, nobody cares right now, but you would hate to, like, in 5 years, be pulled up on something that you did 5 years ago.
Which they all love. That's what Jane was like to me. You know, something pulled up, and I was like, what? I don't have any, like what? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? That's what, people say that to me as well, and I'm like, well, hopefully I'm successful enough that people want to punish me in 5 years. That's a cool goal. That's the way I do think, but, maybe I will smoke a little in a few minutes. But,
absolutely. But I think Jamie will be the best dad. He's a joke. He is, like, and I want, like, because
but that's what I mean, like him buying you chocolate and stuff. You know those little touches where you're like, oh, that thoughtfulness.
And he'll write little notes on like a cereal box in the gaff and be like, and he'll get gluten-free stuff. But you know what made me like, I know, it's the gluten-free. Even when you say, I'm like, because it just means that you like,
you're thinking about it.
Exactly. And he knows I get excited.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Rome, he was like, made sure we went to a gluten-free, like, what'd you say? Like a bakery? Patisserie.
Yeah.
I was going to say patisserie.
Balbriggan 1, Balbriggan 0. No, just kidding.
Yeah. So you know patisseries? Yeah, I went there. But like he'd be like, and he got like 7 things. He's like, you have to try all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just real. And when he first met my parents,
sweet.
like he just gets like he'll buy things, but not to be like, oh, I got this. Like he'll have ordered something for the twins or Noni, and then he'd be like, oh, I got this for, and it's just like, I'm like, oh my God.
It's just sweet.
Because he's been there for the start of all the
He's
the
Uncle
babies.
Jamie.
Yeah.
No,
So
get rid
it's
of him
so-
now. He's
yeah.
lodged in.
Lodged in.
Yeah, once the kids start coming as
Yeah.
well, I feel like it becomes a different thing.
I know.
Like I love that because my brother has a little girl and a little boy
Yeah, are you
now as
not?
well.
Because you're an auntie to what?
Two little
To
Cleona
whom?
and Donica. Irish as well. Such Irish fucking families, aren't we?
What age are they?
Donica's just born. Donica's birthday was the day before mine.
Oh my God.
I know. Godmother.
fresh baby.
I expect it.
Are you godmother?
I want to be because I'm like, it's the same birthday basically.
You have to.
I know, we can't put pressure on them, but I think I should be. I know. I keep saying it to my mum. My mum
look.
was like, I want it.
I'm a godmother.
I
It's the
want
best
it.
thing
Somebody
ever.
who wants it should get it.
Yeah.
I want Donica.
It's cool.
Yeah. Are you a godparent?
I'm Ava's godmother.
Oh, and I have Ava.
Yeah. And they're spelled the same.
Yeah.
I saw that.
When I had Ava, I feel like I kind of cut the queue because I feel like there was so many people who were up and coming, like actually planning and thinking of baby names, and then I just like swooped in with my unplanned pregnancy and named my daughter Ava. And then so many of my friends were like, I was going to pick that name.
Well, listen.
It's a good Irish name.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Even to say it, it's gorgeous.
because it's Ava, so it's an
Yeah.
international name, but
It's
it's a global
fab.
name, but it's Irish.
Yeah.
So it's like a bit of both.
It's a beauty.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous name. I'm very happy for her that she has that. Ava
Yeah.
Carberry. It's a good name. I know, yeah, it's a good name.
Did you give her a middle name or is that
Susan,
on?
his mum. I know, such a lick arse.
Was your mom like sound?
No, I was like, Mum.
No, I love it.
She
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
Keep them all involved.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
that. I get
Especially
that.
where we were, and I think as well, like the mother. When your mom is so lucky she has 3 daughters, because I do think the mother of the mother is just more involved because you're always going to go to your mom.
Always.
So I felt like she only has 3
keep
boys.
something- no, I totally get that.
And
That's really cute
They
as
have
well.
such a good bond.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm glad that I did. So Ava Susan Carberry. Yeah.
That's so cute.
I know, so cute.
You're so cute.
I know, I'm so lucky. I wouldn't have never guessed this life, but like the way it's worked out, it makes perfect sense for me.
Perfect sense.
Yeah, I couldn't have planned it better myself, which is pretty awesome. But I do want to go back to work. Right. I was thinking about this when I was taking a whiz, which I didn't take my mic off, so that's going to be delightful in the end. I
thought it was going to be me.
big piss stream. But I was literally in the toilet thinking about it and then being like, oh, my mic's not off. This is delightful. But I want to actually learn from you. When you do a play,
Yes.
you didn't read. So let's talk about the McDonagh play.
Well,
Johnson
I'm
West.
doing a new one this well because I forgot to say it. I'm doing Rabbit Hole. Do you know Rabbit Hole? Oh my God, I forgot the.
Oh my God,
David,
I
I have the script with me.
think I
David
saw
saying,
it.
you would have.
Is it
huge?
I think I saw it.
Should I
Is
get
it the little son
you
dies?
Google
the son
the-
dies.
Yeah, it was a
saw
movie
it.
as well.
It was there was like a theater there was a festival, there was a competition, and there was one theater group who won it, and then they performed it
Really?
at the Abbey.
Oh my God,
It was stunning.
I can't believe I forgot the writer's name. This
It was
is disrespectful.
Stunning. And they
About David
Nicole
singing
Kidman,
about-
right? Did
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And it was on Broadway and stuff.
So who are
weird.
you?
I'm Izzy, the sister.
The sister.
No, Becca is the main part. So Jane Toohey is playing Becca. We just got all the cast and the director. The director is called Herlihy. I don't know if you know him. But it's going to be Smock
so
Alley
exciting,
in
well
April. I
done.
know, 9, 8.
Oh, 100%
to
I'll
12.
come. I would absolutely love to see it again.
But that is what, so you know like the storyline of that.
Yeah.
So that,
I cried like a little bitch. I cried like a baby.
like,
I cried like a baby.
That's
It was
a big one.
Gorgeous. David Lindsay.
David Lindsay Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
David Lindsay.
That's the Aperol. That's not me not being
Pulitzer Prize he won.
Yeah.
Wow. Gorgeous.
So that's what's
That's
happening.
my style
That's
of
starting
writing.
next Friday.
That's my style. Like when I watched that, I was like, "This is exactly my type of shit."
Really?
Yeah, like that. Like I wouldn't take
It's
that
my
responsibility.
my theatre company. Me and my
Whose?
friend. We started Rogue
You
Theatre.
and Shiv.
No, she has her own.
Oh.
Me and Jane started Rogue Theatre in 2022. And
Can I come and like watch and like
Yeah.
observe?
You should come to the week before as well for like.
Oh, do I want to
Well,
come?
if the director is okay with it, I'm sure he is. I haven't met him yet, but he's cool. Like he's got a lot of.
Oh, I would love to just come and observe, and you know I'm a helpful person anyway. Like there's not like I would sit there and just like twiddle my thumbs and be annoying. Like I would just only try and soak in as much.
Because we were rehearsing in the Fringe and in the lab on Foley Street.
So, I love the lab. Yeah. So have you been rehearsing recently?
Starting first read through is next Friday.
And so when you know that you're doing a play, at what point do you learn all your lines?
Right. So. Honestly, I am off book. No. The theatre is different to getting off book for like if you're in like TV or whatever commercial. Sorry, I hit that. Because everyone has different ways to go about it. Obviously, let's I know this off book. Then you can go play. Yeah, allegedly. If you are off book, the sooner you're off book, the more you can play with the character, right? This is just like.
What do you mean by off book?
Oh, you're fluent. you know all the words. You know all the words. That's it.
That's what off book means.
Yeah. So if when you're directing and you're like, I want okay, we've rehearsed for 2 months. I want everyone off book next week. Then you're like, ooh. Because you have to be, there's no script in your hand. But I do agree with you, the better, the more you know. But then so there's no room for improv with a play like Rabbit Hole. Yes, well this is where I'm like, and Kate Winslet would have said it as well, and Vanessa Kirby, who I love Vanessa Kirby, like love her as an actor, as a theatre actor and all that. And she is like always saying about being off book, etc. And so everyone is like, more prep. But Kate Winslet does say, and I have to agree, if you go in completely off book before you even started rehearsing, you might have rehearsed like a certain line, a certain way. You know it too well the wrong way. And you keep saying it, and then you're not reacting off the other character or actor. So you could miss gorgeous little bits that just come up from holding it and reading and walking and just going like, let's whack it out.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
I think it's up to the director. Some directors are like, act one, come in off book.
Show up and know it.
Or else not. Some are like, let's try put the scripts down. But the minute you have, so you're have your script and you put it down. For me, on theatre, you're like, because it's so scary.
Yeah.
But it's amazing because then you can and you can be yourself and you can do what, maybe I would have done this. And obviously if you're holding this, you wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So you play.
You can live in it a bit more. Yeah.
But over analysing it, over rehearsing,
so excited you're doing Rabbit Hole. What a gorgeous performance! It's so exciting.
And Izzy, and she gets to have a, I don't know if this is a spoiler, because the sister is a.
I wanted to watch it keep going. I'm like, I don't know if it's a spoiler. I don't know. It's been around so long.
Yeah, you know what? It's not.
But if you want people to come and see it, though.
Yeah, but they'll know, straight, she's pregnant. She gets pregnant.
You.
Yeah,
the
Izzy.
Sister is.
Yeah.
And that's a big scene then when she tells
Big
her.
thing when she says it. But that's at the very start, so I don't think I ruined
anything. No, then
everyone knows
anything in Act 1 is not a spoiler. That's my thought. Yeah. If it happens in the first 20 minutes, then you don't.
Yeah.
It's fine if you don't.
It's part of it's a whole catalyst. It's the whole thing. Yeah. So that's pretty, that's really cool.
Gorgeous show.
Yeah. And Jane, she is, it's amazing. And she,
Jane is playing Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay. And is she the person who you started the company with?
Yeah. There was a few of us where after COVID, there was a play and all this was, I was like, let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah, why
got
not?
funding.
Yeah. That's how everything starts.
Yeah. We're just let's just do it. We did it in the Players Theatre in Trinity.
Gorgeous.
And then Jane is now, she's amazing.
You did a different play in the Players Theatre?
We did Seminar with Teresa Rebick.
Okay.
Which was set in New York. Yeah, it's funny. It's cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool play. And then I was obviously doing other things and busy in that, and so was Jane. And then she came to me with this.
So do you have to buy the rights?
It's done. Yeah.
How much are the rights?
It depends. They can be 600 or 700. It depends how many nights you're doing it.
How much was it?
5 nights. I don't know.
That's her.
So Jane is yeah. I don't count.
You'll have to speak to Jane.
It was €5.
I'm the face of the company.
I think it was the €5 on sale.
I know nothing.
I'm plays on
pennies on.
I just show up. You know what I mean?
She does the admin.
She's
stuff.
CEO. She's the big, the
yeah. She's your
Excel
partner. That's her responsibility.
I'm creative director, so I'll do the set.
Oh, gorgeous!
Yeah, and I'll do
Have you got ideas
media.
for the set?
Yeah. but like again, budget. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to have stairs going up to the baby's room.
So when I watched it, there was just one floor, and then there was barely a second floor.
Yeah, you can do,
it was maybe 2 steps.
You can do, exactly. They probably had a little,
there's a little height.
Smock,
but it was very low budget. Yeah. What I saw anyway.
I feel like the main thing is the television, the couch, and the like kitchen area. Like I don't think it's.
For me, what I saw, it was kitchen. It was like a curve, right? The play is like a curve, or like a box, or like a curved box, if you prefer.
Yeah.
But it was like kitchen took up half.
Yes.
Living area, sitting area, and then at the back right,
they had a little
perch up. But again, like she was stepping in through a door and then back onto the stage. Yeah. So it was very it was very low maintenance. And I wonder if they had that step up from something else. Like it doesn't seem like.
See, you have to we're in the boys' school. So do you know the Smock Alley boys' school with the concrete, the stone wall?
I went into Smock Alley and I only went down into I went to Mary Kay Flanagan's one woman show.
I'd say was it like almost cathedral-esque?
Yeah.
That's where we are. So
no, not the main room though.
No, not the main room.
Down to the right.
That's where we'll be.
Oh, lovely.
So there's all rules on what you can do because
how many seats?
74.
No, I think then it was in a smaller room than you.
No, that's the smallest room unless I just made up 76. But the main space is 200 and something, and then this space is
just down to the right, and you kind of come down as if you're going into Dublinia or something.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous! I love that little room.
Isn't it so fun?
Gorgeous.
So you can't really
historic.
So historic.
Okay, so it's a small enough stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space there.
Very intimate. No.
Okay, so are you going to put up I don't want to ruin it for people, but sorry, this is what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with flats.
So
I feel like
what's flats?
Flats is when you build so you've got that gorgeous wall and windows, right?
Gorgeous,
that's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then you build you have literally walls.
You build a wall. Yeah.
And you put wallpaper and you have a door and you go in. And you go, now you can still see here, but it's here, whatever. And sometimes it's necessary. It would be great, but we don't have the budget for that.
Yeah.
That's a whole
what is your budget?
Jane. Talk to Jane. Jane does all the budget and tells me what I can't, what
you can spend.
But it's theatre, Niamh.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, but that's more impressive.
I think with that play as well, it's I've done set before loads of times.
It wasn't about the set at all. That's why I think acting is the other side of writing, because I couldn't give a fuck. I mean, it was nice. The set was okay, so they're in a house.
Yeah.
That was all I needed to know.
You just need someone to be
happening was the emotions.
This is the space.
The emotions were what was happening.
I get with Shakespeare and all that. Yeah, I did costume for Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead, and the costume
Shane Robinson.
Because
you were this is the guy that we're in. Because he was one of your love interests in the play, was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was first. He was the cowboy that got away.
Yes.
Oh my God, Niamh, I can't believe that was Storehouse days.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's why
that was
the Storehouse job as well.
Yeah, and Lauren and Rachel went to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite.
I wish I went to see it. I think I was only just back.
That's the best thing I've ever did.
Really?
Did.
You were so proud of that performance.
Herlihy Jackson was. It's my dad's favorite. It's my mom's favorite. It's everyone's favorite. Even my drama pals, that we're all really close.
I didn't connect
Shane knows loads of people. He would
he knows everyone,
because he writes and directs and does all that.
And he's also just a hard worker. It seems like he's always doing stuff. Yeah.
That's what, remember I was saying, we're going to do film a few scenes. He's going to film a few for me because he's really good, camera,
he's
all that. That's the group of us with Shivy and all the people that you'd see me with. We're all, that's going on, that's a 6, nearly 7-year friendship of just doing stuff, making plays.
Yeah.
What can I do to help you? Let's do this. Do you want to film that? Do you want to be in that? And I'm this is so fucking cool and important.
It's like a lifeline.
Everybody shows up. We're all going to a play next time. Everybody shows up for everybody all the time.
Oh,
so that's why with this, what
play are you going to on Saturday?
Oh my God, I always say it wrong. It's Commanders. It's like a Hitler play.
Where is it on?
In Smock Alley.
So is Smock Alley
Contender.
Is Smock Alley your stomping ground, kind of?
Here, the thing is,
it feels like you've been in Smock a few times.
I know.
You did the boat one, which I was dying to get done. I looked up tickets.
Which one?
You did it with 3 girls.
Oh, Canoe! That was seen and heard.
I was going to come and surprise you.
Would
I know.
Have Niamh, if there was ever a play for you that was about women's, I was talking about having sex dreams about Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we had to do we had a Batman orgasm dance.
Oh, gas.
Jane was in that.
Yeah.
What's the name? This is going to wreck my head. So
I think I would have really enjoyed it. I actually looked up tickets, had all the intentions of going, and then, oh God, And then when it came...
It was really intense. My sisters and mom, I got to do it. And my mom was like, I loved it. Like, it was so... And Chabelle was like, why did you make us watch you do that? Like, you did this. Like, you did... Like, it was proper. It was
graphic.
really funny. Yeah, I really want to find this play. This is going to wreck my head. Anyway,
If it's on the smock.
oh my God, why do I forget the name?
I know, I forget everything when I'm
I forget it. I forget it.
everything.
I did forget it. That's the Aperol. I put on airplane mode.
I forget everything all the time. Like, literally, I'm sitting here.
Like, it's not for me. Like, this... Like,
constant state of forgetful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Oh my God.
But I do want to hear the name.
Collaborators.
Good Woman.
Written by John Hodge.
And it's a Hitler play.
Yeah, it's... Or, sorry, it's not Hitler, Stalin.
White girls drinking Aperol.
Sorry. But I
Don't
knew,
be sorry.
I knew it was like a...
Don't be sorry. It's not a fucking history assignment. Who cares?
I know.
Asshole history. Like,
so
man, not a
both of
coincidence.
those,
No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. There was lots of evil women. But
I mean, there was more evil men.
no, we are not here to like get
No.
names of dictators, right?
I'm not talking about
That's
politics.
not what we're aiming for. We're talking about Real Housewives.
We're talking about real life.
yeah, we're talking about real
But yeah,
life.
we're going to
exactly.
that, and so that would all be...
Oh, that's lovely. And we'll use
such good
booze a
group.
little bit before.
Oh yeah, we'll go to Shin after.
Oh, Shin is an
Everyone
artsy
down-
vibe,
oh,
isn't
yeah.
it? I went to a comedy night there.
What's your sorry, I digress again. What were you going to ask though? Because did you want to ask something about theatre before?
No, I was kind of curious
learning about lines.
I think I'm going to write a play.
Do it. Seen and heard, then Fringe, then you put it on yourself.
Yes. I think it's the fastest route to directing actors, which is what I need to learn.
Ireland and Dublin.
Yeah.
Theatre is how you're going to...
Is it?
Well, maybe it's changed now, but when I was in, like 5 years ago, someone was
bought
like...
a lot of equipment, and that's why I'm like, should I just keep shooting stuff?
Again,
but I can still shoot behind the scenes,
like all
yeah.
the like the likes of Shane, like they'll all shoot stuff all the
Yeah.
time. For me to keep for me to keep the muscle moving. Like,
That's
I
why
love
I want to
theatre.
go to theatre, because every single actor that I'm obsessed with is theatre.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, I went to a few over the theatre festival. I went to see the one that was in. Oh, see, look at me. The one about the Belfast, the Agreement.
Yeah,
Amazing.
was it amazing?
Amazing. I went to see the naked girl in the water.
Oh my God, in the Abbey.
Yeah.
I missed that. What was it, Grania?
Fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to see that gorgeous. And then
that
I
was
went to see
amazing.
a very, very mediocre one in the Gaiety with like loads of people.
The reunion.
No. Loved the
I
reunion.
loved the
Loved the reunion. Loved the auntie in the reunion.
Loved the auntie in the reunion.
She stole the
and
show
the dad.
for me. She kind of outstaged Robert Sheehan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was amazing. Because
He had a really good scene where he was hitting.
I was fuming.
I didn't like it. I don't think he. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't think
He suited that part.
suited that part, or else he did. Like, yeah, he's such a genteel soul. He's such a
I think that was the point.
he wears Birkenstocks. Like, I
think that was the point of
Do you
why
think
they did
people
that.
with Birkenstocks hit people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Do you think that they did that, or you think they were like, we can get Robert Sheehan?
I think there was a bit of both. I think that the beauty of that play was how, like, you just never know. Because how many times would you hear a story and you'd be like, I'd never thought about that with that couple.
Yeah.
Or I'd never thought that family would be like that.
Yeah.
Do you know when you're like, surely not.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always a really obvious, like, oh, I'm going to the pub, hon, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the gorgeous guy that, like, doesn't care and he's free.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is them.
Yeah.
And that's when it's like, because, see the way straight away we were like, or you were like, I didn't think that he suited that. I get as a writer
Yeah.
and character why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But realistically, you just don't
Never know.
know. And that's why that play hit. Like, I was like, that slaps. Because
I did love it. It didn't come together for me for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what it was, and I do think it was about the play itself. I don't think it was about the production of it. I don't know what it was. I think maybe the ex-boyfriend coming and like it felt a little bit disjointed or something.
oh, when he came in and she was like, oh my God, and the sister as well, that was like screaming all the time. The little one.
Screaming all the time. Like it
She
just
wrecked my head.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was an
Great
element.
acting, because that's why it worked.
Yeah.
She wrecked my head.
Yeah, very true. But again, it felt there was moments of pure genius, and then there was like 10 minutes or something where you're just like, okay. And then there was like such a I loved the fella coming in now for tea and all. He was so clever. Yeah, she was very clever. And the auntie, that was my favorite storyline in the whole thing.
That was mine.
Yeah.
And she got back.
But that was the smallest one.
But how, like, amazing.
Yeah, but it was the most organic storyline where I think maybe he was like, oh, and he hits her. And so I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was a little
Do you think it was a stretch?
A little bit manufactured maybe for the sake of drama, which I don't love. I like when drama comes from character. I don't like when you make the characters dramatic.
Like, do you think that play could have done without that? And it would have been grand?
Yes, I think it could have been a different
unnecessary
thing.
storyline.
I think maybe if love to rewrite. If I was to give them a different storyline, it would have been that she had an abortion and he didn't want her to.
I thought that also happened.
Oh. She had a miscarriage.
I thought they were going to get the abortion on the boat.
He wanted her to have an abortion.
And she didn't.
And she didn't. And then they
so
left
do you
it
feel like that was enough? They didn't have to put the...
I think I maybe... Yes, exactly. Yeah. I don't think I would have put in the abuse because I think...
Yeah.
I just feel like... And maybe they wanted Robert Sheehan and it was a different person.
For him.
He just seemed like a lovable, nice guy.
I think a
non-violent guy.
Like. I think they put that in because... Or what I took away from that was that because the mom loved him the most. Like, she doted on him the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you could see that from the start.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe the writer, I don't know, but put that in to be like, oh, he's so kind with the mum, and he's the first one to be like, I'll help you look for whoever it was at the end. But not always. Those people are always good to other people.
Yeah, no, I get
Which again
that.
is like, but you are like, can you, like, do we need this? Like, can you just be sound? Like, does it have to be another, like...
Writers always talk about, like, it has to be believable to the character. And I don't know if it was Robert Sheehan's playing of the character or if it was the writing of the character. But in that moment, I felt like it was out of character.
Do you think that was out of character for Robert Sheehan, though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if the problem was with the casting or with the writing.
I think 100%.
Like, you think it could have been played by a little bit more of an aggressive, misogynistic
No, I think it could have
guy.
been another Birkenstock guy, but it just wasn't a famous actor, and you wouldn't have thought about it so much. Because you see Robert Sheehan, because he's like...
No, the way he played it. The way he played it was so chill and so lovable and so relaxed. So not fly off the handle, you know?
Maybe he needed one or two more moments to build that bit. And it wasn't just like,
I just didn't
put in like violence.
But I will say that him freaking out at her was the only time in the whole play when I felt like he was really in the character as well. I felt like earlier on in the play...
Like, oh, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah, they were bouncing around a bit. And I felt like the auntie was the one who was straight away.
The auntie was the best.
Boom, boom, boom.
The actress is so good.
She slammed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was unreal. So again, that play didn't hit completely for me. Like, I didn't come away fulfilled, but I came away with deep respect. And I was like, yeah, that was great. Yeah. But I came away thinking about the things that I would have maybe done differently. But it was still fucking gorgeous.
Like, I was front row in the middle as well.
So you were
I feel like seats totally matter in theatre as well.
Yeah. No, I get good. I get good now. Yeah.
I was VIP.
No, I get good now.
Yeah.
I understood that earlier on. Yeah. You don't want thousands of people.
Oh my God.
You,
like, my friend Carla was in the back corner with like a draft.
I think I was 3 back, slightly off centre. So I was there.
So you were in it.
Yeah, I was in it. And again, I'd love to read it. I think I need to read the script and then I'll know if it's...
What did he write as well?
Casting is everything.
Yeah.
Casting is everything.
But he's famous. He wrote something...
Yeah, no, I really don't want... I mean, I hope people talk about my work, I suppose.
Steve, they will.
Back. Yeah, I hope so. Like,
I know it. I already see it.
I mean, I've worked hard enough for it to be successful, but it's just...
It's the first thing you started talking to me about is writing.
Yeah. No, I'm weirdly obsessed with
it.
I literally listen to... Like, I've literally watched... All I do in my spare time is watch people talk about writing or creating.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane. It's a bit weird, though. I think I'm a bit obsessed.
It's not.
No, it's definitely healthier than a lot of the other things that I used to do. Like, I used to just be obsessed with having fun. I think now it's like, okay, at least I can channel this in and get a lot of my intensity out.
But I think as well, even when we were having, because we had so much fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
We still were always like, you were always like, I was doing a play or an audition and you were like, I want to write. Like,
we weren't losing focus.
We were still like, some people were just like float, and that's okay too, floating and like whatever. But we were always like, oh, what about this? I feel like the fun is necessary.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
Obviously, in healthy.
Yeah, but no, but you like I was too when I was younger. I was just too focused on the fun. Like I was just like a fucking weirdo. Like I would just drink 5 nights of the week to excess. Like
As in, like
just too intense with everything I do. But like and now my intensity is channeled into creativity. That's what I'm saying. Like I was missing the creative.
Yeah.
Like I think if you're not being creative and you're a creative person, you become a crazy person.
Yeah.
That's what I genuinely do believe that. Like I think a lot of people who have mental health problems need to do something creative and then they wouldn't have mental health
100%.
problems. So I think that's what I mean. I felt there was a hole that I would fill with alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
That was then being filled. And even in the storehouse I didn't really lift off. And then now it's like I wouldn't even dream of like drinking for 4 nights in a row or something.
I know,
you know
what
I mean?
was that?
So fun though.
It was so fun.
So fun.
But I feel like because we worked, like it never, maybe I'm wrong, but it never felt, like it's, I know that you lived in, like, you were, like, you could have, like, there was whatever living situations and like partying could continue, but I never felt like our going out was,
No, Emer would never stay up and drink with me. She was such a rat bag. She'd be like,
sick.
good night. She'd walk into the house and just
Thank
be like,
God we
good
didn't
night.
live
And I'd be like,
together.
Emer!
Imagine we lived together.
Emer, one more glass of wine.
Yeah.
We would have made so many cool videos.
We don't, like, I never know when to go home.
I never know when to go to sleep.
And I'm like, let's keep, and I've never ever done one drug in my entire life.
Never.
Not once, and everyone always is so shocked.
No,
I'm a
not
good
that
time gal.
No, I'm
I'm a
shocked
good
that you haven't
time.
tried any.
No, never.
Never. Never
once.
weed.
I think when I was 18, I tried was it hash
I
or
don't think you
weed?
suit weed.
No way, you joking me. And I think I went like this in the back of like one of my boyfriends, I think it was car, and I immediately was like, oh my God, I just didn't, something would have happened. And I'd be around it, and my friend, like, I've
No, you're not judgmental at all.
No, you could do fucking anything to me.
I feel like you'd like an upper. I'm glad you never discovered cocaine.
I know. Do you know how many people have said that?
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
People were like, Sorcha, you don't need it. I don't know if it was that. Like, I
You
know.
definitely don't need. Nobody needs it.
No one needs it, but it's like if you want
you
it.
would enjoy it, I think. But I would. Yeah, I don't think it's a good drug. Like I think alcohol is way more fun.
Yeah. That's why I always got enough from it. But even when we were at festivals, whatever was in me.
Well done.
Do you know what I think it was? Veronica Guerin. That movie.
Did not expect you to say that. Veronica Guerin kept you off drugs.
I'm going to tell you, I would tell you something. When I watched that film, and I know it was about heroin in Ballymun and the flats, and there was all this.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that at whenever that came out. It's like 9.
I think you were like 5.
I'm 5 years older than you, so I was 9.
Oh my God, we did so well. If that's real, probably not. We're probably
is
10 years off. Let's see.
Yeah. And I remember watching
You
it
don't
being
feel 5 years old.
So
That's bizarre.
No.
But go on. You remember watching it?
No, I was freaked. Like
By
it freaked me out
getting
when they were
murdered
doing
for, like,
the
recording.
heroin in the stairs.
I looked up her age and I was like 1958. When they were doing heroin. Yeah, but let me just tell you. That's
No,
not
I know that, but that was my.
2003.
So I was 13.
I was 10.
So I was obviously just like. I remember it. I remember the
13,
scene.
yeah, 13 is a strong age to watch something like that as well.
I was like,
Influential age.
and also we used to do this thing. I don't know if you did it here, literally down the road. I don't know if you did it here, but we used to have retreat days in school, and it would be someone would come
Like
in
school
and like,
tours?
no,
Oh,
you'd
and
go to
someone
like
come in and like play a
parish
banjo or
or a
something?
youth thing.
People would come in from Indigenous.
Yeah,
We used
like-
to get Indigenous.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No.
We used to get drum circles.
No, we got this guy who would tell you a story about it's a preacher. Because he had this, but I remember he had cool hair and he had this long earring.
Yeah.
And he had a
Well, I was gonna
leather
say,
shirt.
weirdos.
Yeah. But at the time, I was like, that's a cool person with an earring.
Yeah.
And then he came to whatever we'd a retreat day, obviously something to do with like religion. It had to be. And it was like, okay, guys, so we're gonna sit around here and talk about, like drugs and alcohol, whatever. And I think I was 12. I was like, what? Then he whips out this guitar, and it's like, Joe and Mary went to the river and slipped some glue, and then they died. And I was like, what? I remember so well, Liam. I'm not joking. It was like, and I loved him. I thought he was like, he looked
fancied
like
him.
David Bowie. He was like,
It was like a crush, probably, right? Yeah, that's not weird.
I think I was like 12 or 11 or 12.
normal,
And I was
though.
like, he was like, I just think like you guys need to listen. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to sing you a song. And I thought
If you're
guitar
watching, No, I'm just kidding. He's like 75.
Retreat
He's doing
guy.
heroin right now.
Yeah. He probably, do you know what, when I look back, he definitely loves sniffing glue, like 100%. But he came, and I just started playing, like learning guitar. Anyway, I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to tell you a story, it might be upsetting. And he basically sang like 5 verses about Joe and Mary that went to a river to sniff glue, and John died, and Mary had to like...
Quite intense for a young kid.
So, like sniffing glue isn't funny, but
Sniffing glue is hilarious.
Well, yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to correct her there. Sniffing glue is fucking hilarious. It's so wild that you sniff something to get high, and it's glue. Hilarious. Let's just correct her. Sniffing glue is fucking hilarious. Did you read McGillicuddy Heights? Do you remember that book? No. Same, sniffing glue, and it was fascinating to me that I was like, why are they sniffing it? No, it's hilarious to
But
get
see
high.
that, like...
Only Sonny makes, like, most of their jokes are based on them sniffing things to get high.
I know,
It's
but
hilarious.
this was just before Veronica Gear.
Yeah, not funny when you're a 13-year-old girl.
And he's playing
This
it
is just
through
before
music.
Veronica Gearin, as if it was this like moment in pop culture history. I suppose it was it?
For me. Because I was like... And it was how he sang it. He was singing it like a country singer.
Yeah.
And I would listen to country music.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then she checked his pulse and he wasn't breathing, and then he like fell into the river. Like I was sitting there, and I'm not joking. I was like, is everyone okay? Like, I'm really upset. Like, I'm hurt by this.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, kick it. No one cares.
No one cares.
So I genuinely think, which could be like is actually bad for whatever they're teaching in school, because that was it. I was like, no, not for me. But I'll do 10 tequila shots.
Yeah, but I also think you, Capricorn, like you are kind of grounded in like, there's some people which I envy. I have a natural curiosity that cannot be contained. It's a dangerous level of like floaty. You know what I mean? Like, I think...
Because you're cool.
No, I don't think it's coolness. I think if you had the memory reel that I have of my life, you would argue that most of those scenarios aren't cool.
But you're like people, my idol, Patti Smith, Debbie Harry. If Patti Smith met me and I told them that glue story, they'd be like, get out of here.
Sniffing glue is nothing. Like, that's what I mean. I would sniff glue right here, right now.
They would literally be like, absolutely not, Sorcha. You love the rock. I love the rock and roll scene in like Just Kids, my favorite book.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here saying,
no, but I don't. No, but I think that's a credit to you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just like who you are, and it's a good thing. And like you have like a healthy relationship with alcohol. Like most of the people like us have to be sober forever.
no, you don't.
I'm close.
Don't. You're so hard on yourself, Neve.
It's okay.
I've seen you in the thick of it.
Okay, I'm going to show you something that I wasn't planning on bringing up in the podcast.
I've seen you something in the thick. Can I burp on this?
Oh my God.
Cut this out.
This is, I hope you only burp here and no burp nowhere else. Look what happened to me.
Is it physical?
Of course.
Oh no, is it a cut? Oh my God, Nevo.
I know.
What did you do?
Nevo, so cute. Who knows? I think I smacked my head off the bath.
Did you wake up with that?
Yeah, woke up with that. Not even. It was Stephen's night. I told you already what happened.
Okay, so fair.
So was conscious the entire time, and it just like grew on my face.
Did you rub your eye too hard?
That's so cute. That was so cute.
Did you just like a finger?
That was so cute. It reminded me of that little movie with the boy and girl, and they go on the boat and they go to England or something. They're looking for their uncle, and then their uncle's
they're just really like not with it.
Yeah, no, just like old Irish. I knocked my head off the sink, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like physical damage, and I think I have a forever scar here now.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not great.
No, not ideal.
Like, but like, people have puked. You know when you puke so much and you can hit your head off the toilet bowl?
Show people. You can't really see, but that's a black eye.
I know you can.
And it got worse, and then it got better. It was kind of cool for a minute, but I definitely couldn't see my mom for a week.
Yeah, well, like, there's only so much you need to tell your mother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but would you black out?
Oh, like, have I woke up and been like, are you joking? Yes.
How often?
Not since no, not in a long time.
That's what I mean. I remember you always had the wherewithal to go home.
But Neve, also like
you would disappear into the night. Like,
but to where?
Hour 2 of the podcast.
It's weird to do. You know, I'm not perfect.
I'm really
I don't
jealous.
stick glue, but I can do some other stuff. Just be outside Centra eating a bag of crisps.
You know, honestly, but you weren't like, you were always in control. I felt like you were always driving the ship. It wasn't like you didn't get lost. Like me and Emer would go we would go to Wild. I think you had a bit of a grip on it. Like Amy the same. Amy would be like 7 pints in and she'd be like, I have to go home.
I had to get out of here.
That's me, and there's no convincing.
Yeah.
Whereas me and Emer would be there. We will leave the bar at 6 a.m. the lock in. The sun will be rising.
And leave Wild Duck, excuse me.
We will go home and we will crack open a bottle of rosé and drink.
But that's because
with the birds.
But we all left the Wild Duck at like 7 a.m. I was there. But I was like, do it.
Yeah, but
dance.
you had it together. I feel like you had it together. Like you're a healthy drinker.
I think
you haven't had a bad relationship with alcohol really ever, had you?
No, but I definitely have woke up and been like, no. I remember one time.
Directly to their face. You just turn around.
I didn't invite you back here.
How did you get here? How did you get here?
Silly little I don't like you.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Like a little mouse or something. Up you go.
100%. That happened to me with someone who looked like horse.
Cheers!
No, because I don't want you feeling bad thinking I have done again.
Scar tissue. No. As in, like, that's what I feel like.
I thought you meant my eyes.
Oh, no.
I was like, me.
I have friends before, and I'd be like, do I have something under my eye? And they go, why do I?
Like what, man?
Answer my questions. Yeah, one friend in particular, I'd be like, is something on my face? She goes, why is something on my face?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Like,
why are you saying that? Is something wrong with me?
But do you? So
come on, I have. Listen, you know my stories. Like when I was on my own after like big relationships.
So gas.
And like things like, I've definitely like one time. This is really embarrassing. Like this is the
bee's knees.
You're gonna be embarrassed to be sitting here. I remember I was going through a big breakup from one of the boyfriends that was free, whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
One of the Shanes.
One of the men.
One of the men. One of the shusha.
One of the people.
It started with an S.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
But I went to the cinema on my own. But I stopped in the whiskey bar.
Aww.
But this was pre Jamie. This is when we were pals, and it was one of the lads there, and I got.
It was your safe space for a long time.
I loved it, and I was drinking whiskey.
You loved whiskey at that point.
I don't.
Do you not anymore? Oh, you dropped it.
I do for Jamie. Like I'll try it, but like I wouldn't.
Jamie.
I'll do when we went to Scotland. You'll try it.
You'll do a tasting.
Scotland.
It's not your drink though.
I like one maybe at the end, like to be like
it's
maybe
a very
to be cool.
masculine drink.
I think it's kind of cool, a little bit.
It's cool if you are not being yourself because nobody actually can like the taste of that stuff, right?
Scottish whiskey, Scotch, not for me. I was like, like it was so smoky.
It makes me feel like I'm making this bad wrong.
I like the one with the honey.
Yeah, the one that's not
honey drizzle. Baileys.
Yeah, exactly. Remember Robbie took us all on that whiskey tour and I came in hanging out of my arse. And he was like, Blackbush is fine. Blackbush is fine. And I was like, oh, I can't not drink it. And he had all the cheeses. And I was And he started fucking on whiskey. He didn't even like zoom us in with a cocktail. We arrived and it was straight away loads of whiskey in the fucking store.
And then it was like just.
It was a great night.
It was a great night. We had a great time.
We had a great
I'm sorry.
Time. Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like, and there was something, whatever.
Oh, of course.
Like, there was something about that whiskey and I was drinking it. Went to the cinema to see.
There was something about that night as well. He really brought us together.
He did, because we were all like
all over the place.
And this is why.
And then we were all
this is what I think about you.
Yeah. Or just not even sure what anyone thought of each other. We were all just like, oh.
I'm like, is that? And we were like on the floor dancing.
Yeah. Karaoke, and we were like, oh, we're the Storehouse crew.
Oh my god, was that also night?
That was a gorgeous night.
Everyone was there. Where did we go after that?
We was in that whiskey, the speakeasy.
Yeah, but did we go back to the store? Where did we go after?
No, I don't think I went. I don't think I was. I think you and Amy went to meet the boys. It was like a living room. I think you. Yeah, the speakeasy. I think you went to meet the Biscuit Boys.
The Whiskey Boys. That's what they were called.
Yeah, and I think I was probably with Rajani and Tassia and them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh my god, Tassia, so fab.
Yeah.
So hot.
Yeah, so hot. But go on. So the whiskey.
So I went in there. I was going through it, whatever. Had a load of drink.
You're very good at getting back to the story. Well done.
Am I?
Yeah, that's a good instinct.
But I think that's because I'm conscious of, because I like blah, 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 blah.
Same.
So I try and remember. I'm like, what were you saying
Yeah,
there?
same.
So I'm not a big selfish
Same.
fucking bitch. Be like,
Same.
me, I'll just talk about me.
No, it's conversation.
I think that's because we're in the acting and stuff as well, and you have to actually like listen to people.
No, I think it's because we love stories. So
Yeah.
we're like, let's not forget the story.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Bit of
I think it's just
improv.
because we're cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, drank loads, was going through it. I just moved out
After
on
the
my
cinema.
own.
What did you see in
No,
the cinema?
before the cinema, I got locked.
Oh, nice. Love that.
And I went to Smithfield.
Love that. The
I went to
lighthouse.
that one lighthouse.
Yeah.
Is it 17? 17. What was it called? It was so funny. It was a comedy. Is it called 17? And it's these girls, and they're going. It was. I need to find it.
17 again with Haley Steinfeld.
No,
Oh, I love that one. That's not
maybe
17
it was
again, though. With Woody
the
Harrelson.
brother.
And the brother starts shagging the best friend.
I think it could have been.
And
Yes.
and she like goes a little
Yes.
bit schizo.
Yes.
And she's like, I want to kill myself.
Yes.
And then he's like, I'm having my lunch.
Yes.
Love that movie.
I went to the lighthouse
Love
to see
that
that on my
movie.
own, and I was like, anyway, halfway through, I got popcorn.
Oh, popcorn when you're drunk is not the vibe.
I rang somebody on Instagram. Rang. You know, you can ring people on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, I knew. 30 times.
When you whisper to me, who?
I don't think, you don't know. I'll show you.
But you
do you remember I had a brief thing with
No.
I'll show you.
I don't know if that time you were like, there was, if we were having those nights at that time.
No, I think this was like,
And
this
in and
could have
out.
been maybe at the first week of the story. Like, because
Oh,
I
and
had
I
just
was-
broken up with my ex. And
Oh, sorry, it was initial.
it was like,
Was Jamie working in, did you know Jamie from
oh yeah, we were
Break Up
friends.
with Dean?
Yeah. Oh, we were friends for like months.
Not months though, because when I came back from the storehouse, you were working, you had just finished working in the crab.
Yeah. And I was with the ex,
Yeah.
part one.
Yeah. Oh, this
There was like
after
3
part
parts.
2.
Yeah, this was like,
After
no, this
Australia.
was before. This was way before Australia. This was like start. We had just broken up.
See, those whiskey boys were there around that long.
Oh my God, we were friends for ages.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know, it's so cute. But I was just going through it. Because I had gone from living with him to on my own.
Yeah. It was a big transition.
Big. I told you. I was like,
Yeah.
I think the first time I met, I was like, I'm really scared.
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm
I
freaked
loved
right
it.
now.
I often think back to some of my favorite nights were with you in the storehouse.
Yeah, just the two of us. Because I just told you, like, you were so easy.
And I also feel like me
You
and
never
you, when it
judged-
was just
you never
me,
judged me.
when it was just me and you, it was
With the
perfect.
best chats, yeah.
And then when other people
People
came,
get
we were
involved. We
like,
started to get fighting and all.
but honestly, like
Stop fighting, bro.
But I feel like both of us were like, we were just rally for anyone till the end, and we both were dramatic as fuck. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like we just got caught up in it.
Yeah.
But anytime it was just me and you, I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah, I was like, can we talk about this? And you're like, is that him? And I'm like,
It was
no,
like
it's not you.
stepbrothers,
Yeah.
though. It was
Stunning.
like that. It was like
It's
where I was like,
we just become best friends.
It
Yeah.
was like that. I was like, okay, but Sorcha will know. Sorcha will
Yeah.
know. So like, even if right now we're on different teams,
Yeah.
I still need to talk to her about
Yeah.
this thing, right? So I feel like we always
You would
had
be like,
that.
you'd be like, I don't get that. Sort no, like you're not. And I'd be like, okay, Nee, well, you know.
Yeah,
And you'd
yeah.
be like, well, yeah. And it's like, yeah, but yeah, and this, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not, and then you don't have
Yeah,
to.
but we did
and it
always
would
have
be
a loyalty
this.
to our taste
Always.
of what we were new.
Always.
We knew we were in sync with so much stuff.
So much stuff. I always,
stuff.
it would, even if we weren't, I was like, I'm not, it was,
yeah.
you just got it. So I would love talking to you about it. And I was just, I was in there, like, looking
And then
for
30
anything.
times you rang him for the
and
answer.
he mailed me and was like, is there something wrong with you? And I fell asleep in the cinema.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good movie.
And then I was like, I had like the crusty
Kind of
drill.
nice to have a little nap if you're that shit faced though. Well, done.
Yeah.
You probably went back on
I
it,
had
did
to
you?
rewatch it.
Yeah, it's such a movie. It's such an
After,
underrated
'cause I
movie.
missed it. And then I was like, oh, I'm just whatever. And then he was like, and then he blocked me. It's the only person that's ever blocked me that I know. Okay. That I know of. And he's in the movie world, so I was like always really scared that I'd be on set and he'd be on
No,
it.
but I don't think that's.
But I'm not busy enough to bump into.
Yeah, no, but also that's like everyone can relate to that type of experience.
Yeah.
I think.
I just put my hands up like I was weird.
Yeah.
I had a low moment. Like,
Yeah, I was shit-faced.
So help me.
I was shit-faced and horny. Like, that's
Yeah.
the way I feel like. And like, Everyone's been there.
It's like Kate Winslet in The Holiday when she puts on the gas. And she's like, low moment.
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like if I don't like when like if that happened to me, if I was him, let me put myself into character.
Yeah.
If I was him and I received that, I would not answer because I'd know they were drunk, and then I'd be like, your friend, you're drunk. Do you know what I mean?
He also initiated the first meeting before.
Had you already shifted before this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, been together?
Yeah.
And then he just didn't answer?
Yeah, because it was fucking 30 times.
Yeah, but he should have answered on this third time, fourth
I think
time,
I was
fifth time.
like...
No, but after 5, you may as well go to 30.
I just can't believe I found a call button on Instagram.
Now it's not as odd, is it?
Well, at the time, I don't know how.
At the time,
that's
it was
where I
probably a bit
chose to
new.
call.
Yeah. That's
Like, why not phone or text
you have
or WhatsApp?
phone?
You had everything, but I chose to ring on Instagram.
Oh, that's niche. Yeah, that's niche. That's a niche move.
Like even
That's a niche
so when
play.
you're talking about, you're saying, oh, I've never woken up like that. I woke up and was like,
But what about physical injuries?
physical injuries. Yeah, I mean,
It's like, I'm like, okay, nothing's going to happen if you don't do anything, so just do stuff.
that's like David Lynch.
Yeah, just do stuff. Like, why am I
do it.
attaching so much pressure? And to be honest, I'm so, over, as in I've written my feature film, I'm on draft 25. And that's not even including just small modifications. And I've
Is that you editing it?
That's me editing, yeah. And not even as in the first movie, the first script, the first 5-6 drafts was a full horse story. And then I completely took all the horses out. As in that's there's been complete revamps as well. And that, and I'm not done. It's not even done. And even when I went to the last meeting and stuff, they're it was actually quite sweet because they kind of turned it to me. I think they trust my instincts a bit more.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you think is missing? And I'm like, this relationship isn't right. Him and her, their relationship isn't right. It's not ringing true. It's you get a feeling when you know something's true and it's real and it's supposed to be. It's like David Lynch says, it's you're in service to the idea.
Yeah.
And it's you would absolutely love it. I might actually send you the script. It's fucking phenomenal. So I'm such a not a perfectionist.
You are.
But I want it to be the best it can possibly be, and I can feel it in my heart if it's not.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that's a good contrast for you to have.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. This is
if you
where
were doing
I get
that and doing this and being like, no, you can't.
Exactly.
That's too much.
That's what I'm saying. So this for me is shit yourself and wipe it all your do whatever the fuck you want to my podcast because this is the other side of my personality that I also need to stretch. And
it made sense when I saw you were making it. I was like, this makes so much sense.
Does it? Yeah. To be honest,
it does, Niamh. 100%.
It kind of felt like it because I just love to chat. I thought everyone loved to chat. You feel like it too.
I love chatting.
Yeah. Where you also feel like it's oh, this is a funny moment, Yeah. You can sense the funny moment. And I also just worship Theo Von and I worship comedians.
Oh my God, what was I watching about Theo Von when he was saying to Joe Rogan, he was like, do you ever think the wind is just telling you something? Joe was like, no.
He's so funny. I love Theo.
He is deadly. I don't know about Joe Rogan.
I love Joe.
I love his interview with Miley because I'm madly in love with Miley Cyrus.
No, I love him. I
don't like him 8 years ago, Joe, or 9 years when he just started.
No, he's been a prick so many times, like all of us.
He's much better now.
He's done over 3,000 episodes. I love what he's done for all of his peers. I think he has literally brought up he's given every single person that he knows an opportunity to come up. He hasn't hoarded any of his success, and I think that's probably one of the things that I'm the most obsessed with about him. And also he showed me all of the comedians that I love now. I prefer Theo Von's character, but Joe is the reason that I even know who Theo Von is. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, because Joe platformed Brendan Schaub, who then platformed Theo Von. That's what I'm saying. Joe's kind of the mothership.
Do you like Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
He's playing. I'm going to see him in Tree Arena.
Fuck off!
He's playing in April.
Is it sold out?
Did you watch Tires?
No. Is it his show?
So funny.
No, me and Adam.
He's really funny.
Yeah, he's really funny, but he's such a boy humor.
Yeah, I can't.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it too. But as in, it's very
well, he got kicked out of it.
Put the show, that.
I think how he does some, but whatever he executes it,
he's so clever.
But did Joe Rogan get him on as well?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's where I'm as in I will never.
I had Joe Rogan back in the day, especially with my ex, the big one.
Yeah.
And he was obsessed with him, and I felt like
he was an MMA.
Everything he was talking about, I was just like,
He's a real boy's boy.
Before,
so
but now his episodes with people are like that other girl, I forget her name, when he was like, what are you talking about? Climate change isn't real. Like, you're not, like, now I like how he like approaches stuff.
Yeah.
But like 8 or 9 years ago, I have hands up, I was like, shut up.
No, my ex-boyfriend also introduced me to him, and straight away he was talking about aliens, and he was talking about DMT, and he was talking about ayahuasca, and I was like,
oh yeah,
this is my guy.
Yeah.
And so I
don't know though.
Yeah, so I was straight in because of the drugs. Yeah. Because of the open conversation about drugs, and because of the, I don't know, I think I just really like podcasts. I really like people that I love being able to talk for an hour and a half without being edited and like.
Well, there's a reason everyone watches them.
Yeah.
Like Jamie he probably watches the same stuff as like he'll be watching it like, and they'll be like, I'll see that it's like 2 hours 30 minutes, like whatever, and he's smiling and laughing, like that's like human connection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then there's people that you can relate to, and you're like, oh my God, thankfully there's someone like that.
But there's not enough women.
No, that's why I was like, well, I loved Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
I still do, like some of the episodes I'm like, and I get it, she got her deal, like she still, but like I was like, yes, pop off, Alice Cooper.
She's unreal.
At least she's talking about like, and talking about sex
fun,
and all.
She's so open-minded. She's really,
she doesn't
like,
judge
open.
you.
She doesn't judge.
But she'll still pull you up. She'll be like,
yeah, she'll ask, but I do think she's a little bit journalistic where Joe and Theo aren't. They're the top 3 in the world, the 3 of them. And so I think she's a little bit journalistic. Like I do sometimes wonder if she asks questions that maybe I don't love like Theo and Joe aren't really journalists. They won't really ask about personal stuff. Whereas I think sometimes Alex will be like, so did you guys ever? You know, and I'm like, oh, you're pushing a bit. Like if I sat here now and I'm like, so what do you and Jamie fight about? I feel like Alex would ask that question sometimes. You know, where I'm like, no, let them be chill and nice and relaxed. So sometimes I feel like she doesn't have the relaxed forum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
She did that with her latest one with Riley Keough, who I love. You know,
I saw the Paris and Nikki one, and that one. She was like, so what did you guys fight about? And I was like, oh, nah, leave them at it.
It's like she's asking she's like, this is what the people want to know.
And again,
so she's kind of going by the people. Yeah,
you know, she is still the queen.
Look what she's built. Oh my God,
she's unreal. There's no, obviously, and like same. Joe is an idiot, and Theo like barely knows anything, which I'm obsessed with.
I love
Theo's
him.
my favorite.
I love him.
Theo is the person. Like he brought a canteen lady on and a trash man.
Yeah,
Theo is the model that I would be the most inclined to go towards.
That makes so much sense.
That I'm just like, I just want to have fun and like be nice and be kind and make you feel comfortable. Like that's my goal with this. Like I rang Ingrid last week and I was like, how do you feel? And she was like, no, good. And I was like, okay. I just don't want you to
you were
feel
like that to me. You were like, what? Yeah, you're so
I don't want you to come away feeling journalized. Like as if I'm trying to get to your vulnerable source for the sake of whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm about. Like,
no, you're not. I
me
knew
and you
that.
have fun so that you can come back and this can be something that everybody is having fun with. Yeah. It's not like, I have you now, I need to ask what everybody's been wanting to ask for the last 10 years. That's not my
You're a sponge. You're always like, what? And what? Even when you ask me, you're like, what? And hang on, let's
it's just my
why did you do that?
Yeah.
And why do you think that? And that's like, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't like that.
No, yeah, for sure. Like I definitely think my curiosity is why I'm happy to do this. But again, my priority is for me to feel good and the person who's doing it to feel good. I just don't want any.
I feel great.
Good. I just don't want anyone to feel bad.
No.
We might call it there so we can just chill and you just come back a different time. Okay, love you fuckers. I looked so messy this whole episode. Look at this.
No, you don't.
No, look at this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try and up the game.
It's ridiculous.
It's been a day.
The main thing is how did I look?
But Sorcha killed it, as per always. I feel like this hair is just everything.
Do you remember when I started?
Tell the people what you're about. No, just kidding. You know that he does that on Hot Ones.
Oh yeah, I want to plug, and you could hear this too.
Plug your book plug. Plug your book
Come
plug.
to Rabbit Hole in Smock Alley the 8th to the 12th of this April.
April! That's actually a good date for when this is going to be released.
Oh!
So, yeah, like as in it'll be released in a few weeks, but like it's not that far out. Will the tickets be on sale when people are watching?
Hopefully it's sold out.
Go see plays. They're way better than you think. They're way cheaper than you think. And it's like a way better time to spend your night than like flicking your fucking bean on TikTok. Like get going.
Yeah, go.
Go into town, get yourself a nice dinner, go to a play, €70. It's a good night.
So true.
It's people need
and
to
it's an escapism that isn't clickbait.
Yeah. It's just a cultural vibe.
Yeah.
And there's like
we're Irish, like come
you're
on.
never gonna regret going to a play.
Never.
You never regret
Especially
going to a play.
not Rabbit Hole.
No.
In Smock Alley in April.
Yeah. You'll see Circus Hole in Rabbit Hole. That's so gross.
You will
It's a story of grief.
It's actually really sad.
Yeah, it's a
warning,
really
it's really
serious
sad.
subject matter.
But you'll see me with a pregnancy bumps up.
If anyone has a pregnancy
weird.
fetish. Okay, we love
So
you.
if you like that, bye.
Bye, angels.
Oh my God.
Okay, nice. We're done. That feels
I
good.
don't even know what we talked about.
Yeah.